Yeah. Wish it could be a little warmer now. A little warmer now. Well, it's not, and it's very cold. And as a result, there are some. Do you have them right now? There are some school delays here this morning, and here's Jeff Manaski to give you those details. This is all because of the extreme cold that is out there.
Yes. We have one closure today, and that's Notre Dame Elementary School. The following are on a 2-hour delay. Camden Central, Central Valley, Dulgeville Central Schools, Frankfurt Schuyler, Hamilton Central, Herkimer Boces, Herkimer Central, Holland Patton, Little Falls, Madison Oneida Boces, Mohawk Valley Christian Academy, Mount Markham, New Hartford Central. Again, all on a 2-hour delay. Notre Dame High School, Oneida City Schools, Owen D. Young, Poland Central, Richfield Springs, Rome City Schools, St. John the Evangelist Nursery School, St. Francis de Sales School in Herkimer, the Utica Academy of Science, Utica City Schools, VVS, and West Canada Valley, all on a 2-hour delay.
And they just basically, especially for kids that are walking to school, probably they will get a ride. But trying to allow parents to make some provisions in dealing with the extreme cold that we are currently experiencing. It's pretty cold. As Joe Load said, 13 below in Remsen. And how cold is it where you are? Can you beat 13 below? Let us know. Davey, 315-736-0186. We're on YouTube. And, of course, you can also utilize the app, the WIBX 950 app, which is absolutely get it free. How clever. Tomorrow is Wing Wars, right? Davey and I will be over there for that. There's 18, 12, 15 restaurants that make wings for this thing. And it's a great cause, and we'll talk more about that coming up here this morning.
And are you both judges?
I'm a judge.
I'm just going for more.
Hold on, I can't hear you over there.
And my board's frozen, so you're going to have to control
I'm going to do
that.
it. All right, I will.
I'm just going for moral support for Bill.
He takes, you know what he's doing. He takes everything I don't eat, and here's how it goes down. It's really kind of, Davey takes the pictures that we'll put up tomorrow.
Okay.
At some point. And we'll announce who the winner is, all that. But Davey gets all the photos. And then sometimes I'll be like, Davey, did you get that? Oh, I didn't get it. Why? Why didn't he get it? Because Davey, you want a plate too? Here's wings for you too. He turns into a judge as well.
Well, there you
unofficially.
Go. It makes it worth his while.
Yeah. Anyway, that is tomorrow. Tonight, the Pioneers are home. The Utica men's Pioneers. They're on a roll right now, and so is Hamilton. Both of those two teams in the top. Where's Utica ranked right now? At least in the top 15 nationally in Division III men's hockey. Tomorrow, the Comets are home, and that is the big drawing. The $75,000 raffle. We have one of those to give away today, and we will give it away because otherwise it's not, we'd be sitting on it. We don't want to do that. Well, maybe we do, but we can't. So that's tomorrow night at the game. You can still buy tickets at the game tomorrow night as long as they haven't sold 2,000. I believe they're under 2,000 right now. So your chances are maybe what? 1 in 1,500 or who knows?
1,900, 1,800.
Yeah, could be up there. Anyway, your odds will be no worse than 1 in 2,000. That's pretty cool.
My goodness. So Ed Welsh just texted me. He says, Jeff, the posted temp in downtown Old Forge is -20 at 6:25 this morning.
Wow. They got you beating Old Forge, Joe Load. Got you beating Old Forge. Let's see. This story from yesterday. Here's one of the problems, because I had somebody yelling. I'm going to tell you something. People just can't keep their tongues in their mouths. Everybody's got an opinion. And it's easier when they're able to do it via a keyboard. I feel like via a keyboard, you can say absolutely anything, and then you become the big wuss when you go face to face with somebody. Listen, we are in the business of news, and how do you get news tips, you do it through relationships and people that you work with and and people you can rely on. That is tips that we know are authentic versus something you might read on Facebook. So the story in New Hartford, I had somebody ripping like you have the story all wrong, et cetera, and I'm not going to get into it. Listen, we know the story. We know the family. We know all of these things. But there's a little bit of, and maybe, Jeff, you can talk to this. There's a little bit of respect. We don't have to have the story first, or if the family is asking for privacy and the authorities are holding back and not releasing names, etc., then we will honor that.
Yes, so absolutely. You never want that information, especially identifying information out, or a family member to hear about something on the radio or read it online.
For whatever reason.
Especially before they've been notified.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it is. So it's not that we don't know. It's that this is what we're and it's not even allowed. We certainly could do our own investigative reporting, but there's no reason for it. One thing, though, that I want to take away from this story is you have a family. This is what we can talk about. You have a family that maybe didn't feel well on Thursday night, and everybody thought
Wednesday night.
Wednesday night, right? Sorry, because it happened Thursday morning. Everybody thought maybe we're dealing with a virus or something like that. And the next morning, nobody wakes up, and luckily someone caught it, because had it gone on, these people would not have survived. And it was carbon monoxide poisoning. And how it affects you. It makes you feel sick, and then you become drowsy, and then you just become unconscious. So have an alarm in your house. Make sure your vent for your furnace, your dryer, your whatever, your hot water heater, whatever vents you need, make sure those are all cleared off and you don't have snow over top of that. And just be careful of these space heaters, all of those things. But when it comes to carbon monoxide, you gotta make sure you have a working, updated carbon monoxide alarm.
Yeah,
and on every floor.
Silent killer.
And it is a silent killer, and you don't even know it's there, but it's killing you. And hopefully, certainly thoughts and prayers go out to this family. Hopefully, everybody ends up okay when this is all said and done.
And to this point, what we know is that the family is being treated.
At this point, the fire department has released that everyone is in stable condition at Wynn. That's what they're releasing, and that's what we have been given. All right, don't go yelling at me. I don't want to hear it. Okay, for God's sakes, Ray Stajic on the. I'm not talking to Ray. Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on the line right now. Ray, good morning.
Good morning.
Right. I mean, this cold weather, people people lose their heat. They find the most creative ways to get heat in their home. They open up their oven and they start running their oven or whatever. These are very, very dangerous ways to heat your home.
Yeah, they are. And, as you mentioned, you can't smell it. Obviously, you don't know that with carbon monoxide, if it's even there. So it's extremely dangerous. And, sensors. And, that's really the way to go with that. And, you get into the winter months, you get locked into some of this extreme cold like we're in right now. And you're talking about, you don't shut the heat off. Right? I mean, it doesn't go off. It doesn't go off for quite some time now.
Let me tell you, we were complaining back in December about, wow, I can't believe how expensive our energy bills are. You wait till you get your bill in February from January. Holy crap.
Yeah, what a morning. Many of us below zero, double digits below zero, even as close to town as you can get, right? I see -7, Washington Mills, 8 below zero, Whitesboro, 11 below, Westmoreland, Rome at the Air Force Base there, 13 below zero. But hold my beer, says Watertown, New York.
Oh, boy.
17 below, 19 below, 18 below in Lowville, 20, one of the big winners up in Otter Lake. So the North Country, I mean, as you would expect, much colder. And the cold spreads through the Mohawk Valley. Everybody's below zero, even around Albany and down in my home ground. I'm surprised nobody's called me yet down in Saugerties and Kingston. The Sopus down there in Ulster County in the Hudson River Valley, 5, 6 below zero, and down toward New York City. Very rare that it gets into the single digits, but they're pretty darn close even out onto Long Island. So widespread. This is a CP air mass, continental polar air, straight out of the Arctic, and it's going to stick around for a couple of days. Might get a little bit of a reprieve as we get into next week. I mean, the nighttime lows might get above zero.
Think about that.
Not much. It's going to feel good. You talk about Tuesday, might be close to 30 degrees. People are going to be out in the Bermuda shorts.
Yeah. It's funny how everything is relative, right? But God forbid, though, these people look at us in Myrtle Beach when we get down there for spring break, and it's 50 and windy at the beach, and they're looking at us laying out in the sun with the wind and 55 degrees, and they're like, these people are nuts.
Yeah, they are. Now, luckily, we don't see a lot of lake effect snow, but I didn't want to touch that element. We'll get some flurry snow showers, and, as it's been all week, there could be a couple of shots to where you pick up a quick dusting or an inch or so. A lot of that's going to be the westbound as you go on the thruway near Syracuse. And I don't know if you're paying attention, but in Oswego County, they've been getting hammered.
Yes.
They had 18 inches in 24 hours yesterday. In a state of emergency, there's a very localized area that's just been getting hit off of Ontario time after time. But now we're starting to see a little bit more ice cover. We're not there yet, so there'll be times where we get more lake effect snow showers. But in the next, if it stays this cold in the next week or two, maybe a little bit longer, we may be shutting the lake effect down. That'll be good for some. But, right now, don't see any big-time lake effect snow reaching down into Oneida County, even the North Country, just very localized. Later next week and the next week, another clipper coming in. That could be our next shot of Arctic air. And then maybe the middle of that following week, another storm. And I'm looking ahead here. I don't see any real break, at least through 10 days, maybe a little bit longer to the cold, a couple opportunities for snow.
This is around for a while.
Yeah, it's sticking around.
It's funny. Last year, northern Oneida County, especially north of Rome, it seemed like that lake effect snow just parked itself right over top of them, and that's where we had the barn collapses, the building collapses, fire department collapses, roof collapses. We're talking about, but it seems like places like Oswego are in that bullseye this year. I spoke to a guy's kid goes to Oswego, and he said. He called me yesterday and said, I just want you to know we can't take any more snow. It's that bad.
Yeah, and for a place like Oswego in Oswego County, I mean,
you're used to it.
These are places that are, they're used to it now. They're saying, we're good. And, this is the thing I say about you when you get into weather and weather patterns. Usually when you get one type of flow or a general direction of where our weather systems are coming from, like last year, it usually stays pretty persistent. That's what I've observed. So a lot of the lake snow is a little bit further northeast last year. Not saying they haven't gotten a ton. I've seen some pictures out of Barnes Corners and up around Copenhagen where they got feet of snow on the ground too. But anyway, my point is this year it seems that focus has been a little to the west and south of where it was last year, and it stayed persistent. So there's kind of something to that if you've been getting the most of the heavy lake effect snow, it seems like you've been consistent in getting it, if that makes sense.
One more quickie. So the takeaway here is a brief warm-up, mid-20s, coming next week, and then but the cold is going to hang around. The other thing is we could have been pounded all over again with a storm coming up the coast, but it looks like it's even going to miss the coast right now, right?
Yeah. Could you believe 6 to 8 inches of snow in Raleigh, North Carolina, maybe snow in Charleston and on the beaches of North and South Carolina. But although it becomes a East Coast bomb, I mean, it'll be a giant nor'easter out over the Atlantic. Eastern Mass may get clipped with a few inches of snowfall and very strong winds. There'll be a lot of wind with this system on the coastal Carolinas too. But, a few more miles and toward the coast and it could have been all bets are off. Luckily, right now, there's a lot of things that have to happen for that to change, but it does look like for most of the big cities in the East, it's out to sea.
And certainly way out when it comes to us having to deal with it. So, you have one more question?
Yeah, Ray, on Monday I came in saying it must be an old wives' tale. I always used to hear it's too cold to snow. It's too cold to snow. But we got a foot of snow this weekend when it was single digits and below zero. But I did hear you say that if this cold snap continues, maybe it'll curtail some of the lake effect snow. So what's the verdict on that? It's too cold to snow. That's not a real thing, but maybe the lake effect, yes?
Well, especially in weather, remember, everything comes with caveats that it can be too cold to snow. And I always just say to that most of the time, meaning when you get these big, large-scale synoptic systems, not the lake effect snow where it can snow, but that would be more if the lake shut down and they're frozen over, all right? So it's not too cold for lake effect. It's when you get these bigger storms. Sometimes the cold air could be so dry and the high could be so strong that it'll either keep the storm away from us, affecting the storm track, or we would be in sort of the drier part of the storm where the precipitation, the air is just so dry that, it doesn't have the potential to reach the ground if you're on the western end of one of these storms. So, it can be too cold to snow, but as we saw last weekend, there's always those little caveats, but it can.
Pretty crazy. But listen, it's somebody said to me yesterday, we live in upstate New York.
Yep.
And we're not breaking records. I mean,
right.
It's cold, but, even for New York City, it's going to be 5, I think, Sunday morning.
Yeah.
The record's like 1 or 2 below. And in a meteorological perspective, that's not really that close to records.
And listen, they missed a real this storm coming up the coast could have been blizzard-like conditions in New York City. So they missed a bullet. So all right, good stuff. I mean, it's not good stuff, Ray, but it's it's good stuff.
It's okay.
You know what I mean.
It's all right. Yeah.
Ray Staging with the Weather Channel. We always appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, Bill.
All right, have a great weekend. Ray loves snowmobiling and spends a lot of time up here. Manansky has an update, and that includes some school delays today because of this real cold weather we're experiencing right now.
Yeah, Bill, that's right. We have clear skies, 7 below zero. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM news time is 6:42. The following schools on a 2-hour delay this morning: Camden Central, Central Valley, Dolgeville, Frankfort Schuyler, Hamilton, Herkimer Boces, Herkimer Central, Holland Patton, Little Falls, Madison Oneida Boces, Mohawk Valley Christian Academy, Mount Markham, and New Hartford, all on a 2-hour delay. Also on a 2-hour delay, Notre Dame High School, the elementary school, is closed today on a 2-hour delay. Oneida, O&D Young, Poland, Richfield Springs, Rome City Schools, St. John the Evangelist Nursery School, St. Francis de Sales in Herkimer, the Utica Academy of Science, all on a 2-hour delay. And we also have a 2-hour delay for Utica City Schools, VVS, and West Canada Valley. That full list at WIBX950.com. And checking the latest news here, a Republican senator holding up a bipartisan deal to avoid a government shutdown. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill reached a deal last night that would pass 5 full-year spending bills and provide stopgap funding for the Department of Homeland Security. President Trump appeared to endorse the deal as the government funding expires Friday at midnight. On Thursday night, however, Republican Senator Lindsey Graham placed a hold on the funding package because it repealed a provision which allowed senators to sue if their phone records were collected by former special counsel Jack Smith. An intense weather system expected to create blizzard-like conditions on the East Coast this weekend. A bomb cyclone could bring heavy snow from Cape Cod to the Carolinas when it hits on Saturday night. North Carolina could be hit the hardest and may see its heaviest snow in decades. President Trump declaring a national emergency over Cuba. Trump signed an executive order Thursday stating that policies, practices, and actions of the Caribbean nation constitute an unusual and extraordinary threat to the national security of the U.S. The order also creates a new mechanism to impose tariffs on any nation that supplies oil to Cuba. The order does not specify which imports would be taxed or at what rate. California Governor Gavin Newsom accusing Dr. Oz of violating the civil rights of Armenian Americans. Newsom filed a formal civil rights complaint Thursday against Mehmet Oz, who now runs the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. The complaint says Oz discriminated against Armenian Americans in the L.A. area in a recent video, which tied the entire community to healthcare fraud. In a letter to the Department of Health and Human Services, Newsom claims the former TV host spewed baseless and racially charged allegations in the video and is demanding a federal civil rights investigation.
What is he doing getting involved in that stuff? I mean, stay in your lane, right, Dr. Oz? Apparently not.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And, Bill, a stray kangaroo.
We've had these problems. We've got them all over in our backyard.
Police in Texas looking for the owner of a runaway kangaroo. The kangaroo was spotted Wednesday hopping down a local road at about an hour north of Houston. It was rounded up by police, the animal control officials. Texas is one of 13 states that allow residents to own kangaroos as pets.
They'll punch you right in the face, a kangaroo. They're big boxers.
But now authorities are trying to track down the owner so that he can be returned, or it can be returned. I guess we don't know if it's a male or female.
I believe he carries his visa in his pocket. There, the kangaroo. Sorry about that. That's just really stupid.
It is 6:46 it's 6:46. Yeah, 7 below right now.
Nice and chilly. Here's what Ray is saying officially for us this weekend.
Frigid Friday morning, cold weather advisories and warnings in place in the North Country. Teens to even some 20s below zero. We're starting off below zero, recover a little bit this afternoon to 9. Partly sunny snow showers west and southwest. Limited in scope, though. Tonight, maybe even colder by a couple degrees in spots, especially the North Country, mainly cloudy, about 4 or 5 below here. Sunshine tomorrow, low teens up near 15 on Sunday. Could crack 20 by Monday. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
So 7 below here, 13 below in Remsen, and maybe as cold as 20 below in Old Forge.
A couple of comments here this morning. It's been a long time, and great to see you on the app. John from Bridgewater. John is the only person that puts 2 names as his name on the app. He is officially known as, I really should go all the way in, officially known as John from Bridgewater, or Johnny Ass Rocket. That stems back from a 4th of July event many years ago, back when John says he was drinking. And he doesn't do that anymore, and you can only imagine. Some things are self-explanatory. John, good morning. Nick this morning. Good morning, Bill. Farmer's Almanac says warming up in February. Andrew, River Hills, 41. If we're talking about temperatures, it's 41 in Florida this morning, and that's to the south. That's not northern Florida. It's 41 degrees, and as Nick says, not a bad golf day. Yeah. For us, anyway.
Tom and Holland Patton on the app as well. 15 below in Barneveld.
I think our coldest is up there in Old Forge, up in that area at 20 below zero here this morning. Remsen, 13 below. Willie Waffle, a lot to talk about here with Willie coming right up at WIBX.
It all began in 1985 with a single goal, a commitment to brighten our community. And with your kindness, that light grew brighter. Because for 40 years, you've helped Food Bank of Central New York deliver healthy food and hope. But that need continues to grow. So this year, please consider giving a little extra and make sure the light we shine together never goes out.
Hi, this is Scott Hayes.
And this is Jill Hayes from New York Sash.
You know, honey, the first time you said, never let a window salesperson into your home, I thought you were nuts, but you were right.
Like there was really any doubt.
Seriously, so many people have told us how nice it is to shop in our beautiful showroom, where there's never any high pressure.
Yep, and it's even nicer when we can help people save.
Like right now, buy 2 New York Sash windows and get 1 free.
We get slow during the winter, and we need to stay busy, so you get the best deal we make all year. Buy 2 windows, get 1 free.
Buy 4, get 2 free.
Buy 6 windows, get 3 free. There's no end to the savings.
And there's no need to invite a pushy salesperson into your home. Instead, stop by the New York Sash Idea and Design Center, where you can browse at your convenience.
We're open Monday through Saturday on Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro.
Buy 2 windows, get 1 free. But it ends Monday, so come in today. And as always,
Let our family take care of your family.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair?
What do you mean? Does it not look good?
It doesn't look good. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret.
No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic.
Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous.
Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com, or find Hair Volume in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Celebrating 100 years. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, it's the, we ready here? Everybody ready? It's a countdown to our man Willie, and let's see if we can actually do this thing. Is he even going to play? I don't know what's going on, Davey. Got it in program, host PC, in. No, not working. I had a whole thing for Willie, and it's not working. I sound like a stinking idiot. I'm sorry for that. Here's Willie Waffle. Good morning, Willie. Good morning.
Good morning. I hope you're warm. I hope you're toasty. I hope you're hiding out inside.
Unfortunately, we had to come here.
Yeah.
So here we are, right? Yeah. So it's listen, it's a little bit on the. How is it down there? Is it a little on the cold side in Binghamton?
Oh dear Lord. Let me paint this picture for you, Bill. This morning, I'm laying here in my nice, comfortable, warm bed, and my alarm goes off. And I have an Alexa, and I use it for my alarm.
Nice.
And as I shut down the alarm, Alexa announces to me, "Willie, good morning. It's 1 degree today." And I'm like, dear Lord.
Yeah, you're colder than we're 8. Oh, I'm sorry. No, we're 8 below. So.
Yeah, you're colder, but at this point, it's all.
It's
the
all,
same.
yeah. Like once it gets this cold, does it really matter if it's 10 degrees colder? I'm not sure that it really does.
No, it does not.
Here's what I was trying to do. Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
Willie, Willie, Willie.
Yeah.
Willie, 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 Willie.
Boom, boom.
Willie.
Willie. Yeah.
Willie, 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 Willie.
All right, enough. We're talking Willie Waffle here this morning.
I am feeling like one smooth cat now, man.
You absolutely are. All right. I wanted to start with, let's talk about what's, by the way, we started watching The Pit. Holy crap.
Yes,
Oh, my
The
God.
Pit is now, are you on season 1 or season 2?
We are now live, so we have to wait for Thursday nights at 9 o'clock for it to go live.
It is the worst feeling in the world having to wait the whole week. Streaming has changed us.
It has.
Like, I'm with you. I watch an episode, I'm like, but I'm ready for the next one because I want to see what happens next. And they make you wait. And they don't. Not only do they make you wait the week, they make you wait until specifically 9 o'clock.
9 p.m. Last night I said to my wife, I'm like, all right, let's turn on The Pit. And she's like, no, it doesn't go until 9. And I'm like, all right, well, we'll watch something else till 9. She's like, no, I'm going to bed at 9. So, and there's no cheating, right? You can't cheat and watch it behind their backs. But that is and I think because we hadn't watched it before, so the first season we just binged watched through it. So you kind of got used to maybe watching 3 or 4 episodes at a time.
Yeah.
And now you can't.
And the Pit is great. For people who don't know, we got to get you turned on to The Pit. So it's on HBO Max. It's on Thursday nights at 9 o'clock. And what happens is it is one day in the emergency room. So like the first episode of the season is everything that happens in the 8 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
Then the next episode is everything that happens in the 9 o'clock hour. And every hour-long program is the next hour in the emergency room. As we watch the patients coming in, we learn about what's going on with all the doctors and the nurses and the staff. It is brilliant. It is my favorite TV show. I think it's one of the best TV shows that's ever been anywhere on any platform, any television, anything.
I'm so glad you feel this way, because it is the best thing I've ever seen on television. I mean, listen, we all sat through the Sopranos, which was spectacular.
It was amazing. Yeah.
But this thing is riveting. It is just wow. And it's really cool that Noah Wiley, the guy from ER, back when we were all watching TV years ago, is in this thing, and he's just absolutely phenomenal in the series.
Yeah, it's a great ensemble. He is the lead of it. This is why the family of the guy I think it's Michael Crichton, sued Noah Wiley. And the production team, because they were talking about maybe doing an ER revival, and that all fell apart, and then it became The Pit, and they're like, hey, that's just ER.
I know, yeah, it's ER, but it's ER on steroids. Oh man.
Oh,
wow.
Yes,
all right.
Yes.
So if you get a chance, it's worth subscribing to HBO to binge watch season 1 and then sit through season 2. You subscribe for 2 months and cancel if you want. You can do whatever you want with that today. All right, let me rip through these because I want to end with Sydney Sweeney. Sorry. All right, in theaters this weekend. Send Help. What is this one?
All right. Oh, excuse me.
Sorry.
So this is
Sydney
Rachel
Sweeney.
McAdams. Yeah, it got me a little verklempt. Okay, so you got Rachel McAdams. She is kind of the mousy girl in the office, very, very, very good at her job, but doesn't have a lot of good people skills. Kind of is a little bit weird, and she is taken on a trip with the president of the company, Dylan O'Brien. This nepo baby that got the company when his father passed away, and he's just mocking her all the time. And then the plane crashes, and now they're stuck on a desert island, and she's sick of his stuff. And so, it's a really great premise. This idea that, now she has the upper hand. Now she's in control, and she's going to get revenge for all the horrible things he's done to her. And while we're sticking to that, it's a fun movie. We enjoy that. We want to see her get her revenge. This guy's a jerk. But I think that the problem with the film is that, it gets lost in trying to figure out how are we going to end it?
Yeah.
What's going to be the resolution? So I'm at 2.5 waffles for Send Help.
All right. Worth, if you're looking for, usually the theaters are warm too. You can get into a warm,
nice and warm
movie theater. Okay. And then The Wrecking Crew on Amazon Prime. It's a movie. Is this music? What is this?
Yeah, this is David Bautista and Jason Momoa, okay? And they are half brothers, and they are half brothers in the most cliche, formulaic action movie you could ever imagine, okay? Why, Jason Momoa, he's the bad boy cop. He doesn't follow the rules. Dave Bautista is the Navy SEAL. He follows all the rules. He's got a great reputation. They haven't gotten along in years, but they're pulled together when their father appears to have been murdered, and they're going to uncover a conspiracy. And along the way, there's fight scenes and wanton destruction and cars blowing up and helicopters are shooting at stuff. It's just everything you could imagine. It's completely predictable, but at least it's kind of fun. It's kind of entertaining. I'm at 2 waffles for The Wrecking Crew.
And don't be confused with The Wrecking Crew, the music Wrecking Crew back in the 60s, the group of session musicians that were used, for instance, on Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys and so many other music acts out in California back in the day.
Yeah.
And then let's see. Okay, quickly. Wonder Man. This is not Wonder Woman. This is Wonder Man.
Yeah, so it's a Disney Plus TV series about a guy who wants to star in a remake of what used to be a famous action hero movie. It's 2.5 waffles. It's 8 episodes long. It's kind of a buddy film between this guy Yahya Abdul-Mateen and Ben Kingsley as they both try to get into the movie. But let's talk about Sydney Sweeney.
Yes, 30 seconds. She might be arrested, right?
That's right. Desperate men everywhere are gathering their money to go bail her out of jail because as a promotional stunt for her new lingerie company, she and the crew snuck up to the Hollywood sign, broke through the fence, and strung a whole bunch of bras and lingerie around it.
She has a new line.
Yeah. And they took them down, but they left behind some evidence.
5 seconds. She might be arrested. So wait till the pictures come out. So thank you, Willie.
You got it.
From the WB Paid Insurance Studios, your news talk leader since 1925. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now the latest from Fox News.
A call to ICE out. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. People being urged across America by those angry over immigration enforcement controversy in Minnesota to protest today by not going to work or school and don't shop. As the head of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem urges Democratic leaders to tone down rhetoric that's encouraging unrest, telling Fox.
Their riots are attacking our officers, not just when they're doing their work, but even at night at their hotels.
And days after she called the protester shot Saturday as a domestic terrorist, Fox's Chanley Painter reports.
Kristi Noem offering a shift in the wake of last weekend's shooting of Alex Preddy, pointing to the ongoing investigation and telling Sean Hannity last night, quote, "We can always do better," and that her office was, quote, "using the best information we had at the time in describing the incident."
That's Fox's Chanley Painter again. Overnight on Truth Social, President Trump posted about Alex Preddy, calling him an agitator and perhaps insurrectionist, reacting to video of Preddy days before the shooting. The president wrote he screamed and spit into the face of a calm ICE officer and crazily kicked a new government vehicle, adding it was a display of abuse and anger out of control. Democrats keep demanding ICE reforms. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries tells Fox.
Taxpayer dollars should not be used to brutalize or kill American citizens or to violently target law-abiding immigrant families.
And Senate Democrats are pushing changes before funding Homeland Security, and there's a deal being worked out with Republicans to only give DHS 2 weeks of funding while funding the rest of the government through September. Trouble is that funding is needed by tonight, and the House would have to approve that too.
Speaker Johnson says he's likely not going to be able to get the full House back here to Capitol Hill and in session until sometime on Monday. So any way you slice this right now, guys, we are staring straight in the face at a partial government shutdown starting tonight at midnight.
Fox's Bill Maloogian. President Trump just announced a new leader for the Federal Reserve, nominating Kevin Warsh to replace Chairman Jerome Powell, whose term is up in May. The president's often criticized Powell. America's listening to Fox News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-486-9600. That's 800-4...
Big Wireless is honoring Ben Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G coverage. What? Franklin wasn't even a president. Hang on to those Benjamins. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and save 50% off your first month. That's pound 250, Mike Rowe, to switch to an American wireless company that's truly unprecedented. Pure Talk.
While the anti-ICE anger rages over immigration enforcement, there's controversy over someone in custody.
In a letter to DHS, roughly 30 Texas state senators and representatives condemn what they call the unlawful confinement of Laka Cardia at the Prairieland Detention Center. They say the 33-year-old Palestinian is a longtime U.S. resident targeted for her constitutionally protected political speech, explaining she was arrested in New York City in 2024 after protesting the war in Gaza, but all charges were dismissed. Noting a year later, despite being in the middle of a lawful immigration process, she was notified of an alleged issue with her immigration status and detained by ICE. The lawmakers are calling for her immediate release, noting an immigration judge has twice concluded she is not a danger to the community and should be released on bond. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Luigi Mangione has another court hearing today in New York City where he's facing state and federal murder charges in the killing of a healthcare executive. Now, Mangione has supporters who've shown up outside of these court hearings. And there's now someone jailed in New York accused of trying to break Mangione out of jail.
Court records show a man posing as an FBI agent tried and failed to pull off a jailbreak at a federal detention center in Brooklyn, New York. Investigators say 36-year-old Mark Anderson of Mankato, Minnesota, showed up at the Metropolitan Detention Center falsely claiming he had a judge's order authorizing the release of a specific person. That person turned out to be Luigi Mangione, who's awaiting trial on charges of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. But officers at the jail quickly grew suspicious and arrested Anderson on charges of impersonating a federal agent. In New York, Carmen Roberts, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stocks could drop at the opening bell this morning. Dow futures and NASDAQ futures are both down more than 100 points. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
A few clouds, 7 below in Herkimer and Utica, 10 below in Rome, 16 below in Old Forge. Good morning, I'm Jeff Manaski. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time is 7:05. This news update is brought to you by the new destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Officials say it was a carbon monoxide emergency which led to a heavy police and fire presence at a home on Deer Path Drive in New Hartford Thursday morning. Witnesses say New Hartford Police and Fire, State Police, the Oneida County Sheriff's Office, and National Grid were all at the scene. Ambulances were escorted away from the scene by police, and several people were taken to area hospitals. The investigation into the incident is ongoing.
Can I add one more addendum to that story? Obviously, this hour we're gonna talk about the importance of having a carbon monoxide alarm in your house and making sure, number one, having it there, number two, making sure it's working. The other part, did you see so this was a huge ambulance presence at this house and police presence and fire. As they left for the hospitals, there were several ambulances. I want to say at least more than 2. And they were all rushing to Wynn. They were getting a police escort. And then Utica met them at the Utica line to give them a police escort down Genesee Street. When the police vehicle came to the intersection of Genesee and the Parkway, right near McDonald's, another car came plowing through and smashed into the UPD patrol car, causing a 4-car accident as they were trying to get the ambulance to the hospital. So this was a chaotic scene all the way around yesterday. There were minor injuries, no serious injuries in that 4-car accident involving police. Crazy.
Meanwhile, Oneida County Sheriff's deputies have identified the victim of the fatal crash in Kirkland. 70-year-old Salvatore Nodi was driving on Bristol Road Wednesday when he lost control of his vehicle before striking a mailbox and ending up in an embankment. Nodi was pronounced dead at the scene. No other injuries were reported. The cause of the tragedy still being looked into. Witnesses are asked to contact the Oneida County Sheriff's Office. The race for the 119th Assembly District gets another candidate. On the Republican side, Mike Gentile announcing that he will campaign for the seat. Gentile would face Deerfield Town Board member Dan Fusco in a Republican primary. On the Democrat side, Utica Councilman Joe Bitar and John Lippy, who works for Congressman John Mannion, have announced their intentions to run for the seat. Incumbent Assemblywoman Marianne Buttonshaw is not seeking re-election. A retired Navy veteran and longtime football fan from Schoharie County is heading to the Super Bowl. That's thanks to Giants quarterback Jackson Dart. Gary Schaefer of Cobleskill will get to see the Patriots and Seahawks battle next Sunday. In addition to being at the big game, Schaefer will get a chance to meet Dart and some NFL legends. Schaefer was with the Navy and Navy Reserves for 26 years and recalled to active duty as a part of Operation Iraqi Freedom. And the village of Dolgeville under a state of emergency after 2 water main breaks. The first break happened on Route 167 between Slauson and Gibson Streets. The other one has yet to be located. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time is 7:09. We have a list of school closings and delays. The following schools on a 2-hour delay this morning. Apologize here. Okay, let's see. The Camden Central School, Central Valley, a 2-hour delay. Dolgeville is closed. 2-hour delay for Frankfort Schuyler, Hamilton, Herkimer Bosse's, Herkimer Central. Holland Patton Schools, a 2-hour delay. Little Falls, Madison, Oneida Bosse's, Mohawk Valley Christian Academy, Mount Markham, and New Hartford Central, all on a 2-hour delay. Notre Dame High School on a 2-hour delay. The elementary school is closed. Oneida City Schools, Owen D. Young, Poland, Richfield Springs, and Rome on a 2-hour delay. St. Francis de Sales School in Herkimer on a 2-hour delay. Utica Academy of Science in the Utica City School District on a 2-hour delay. VVS in West Canada also on a 2-hour delay. A chilly start. 7 below in Utica, 10 below in Rome. It is 7:10.
Frigid Friday morning, cold weather advisories and warnings in place in the North Country. Teens to even some 20s below zero. We're starting off below zero, recover a little bit this afternoon to 9. Partly sunny snow showers west and southwest. Limited in scope, though. Tonight, maybe even colder by a couple degrees in spots, especially the North Country, mainly cloudy. About 4 or 5 below here. Sunshine tomorrow, low teens up near 15 on Sunday. Could crack 20 by Monday. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
7 below here in Utica, Marcy, 12 below at Ann's house in Rome. Smitty, how cold is it in that booth? You look like you're freezing in there.
I just went up to the New Bern Dairy, and the vehicle that I was driving had -9.
-9, yeah, okay.
Let me tell you something. It's pretty nice up there.
The gas is cheap. It's a buck, what?
$2.65.
$2.65. That's
a buck.
I mean, I'm sorry. I was just listening to the president last night. He had the gas down at about $1.03. We're paying $2.65 currently down the street here at the new convenience store.
The New Bern Dairy on River Road, right up the road from the radio station. Great location.
The things that make us excited.
Yeah.
I mean, you should have seen when they opened up Adult World over here. We were...
Okay. I don't know about we.
I think somebody was a little excited, just a little bit. Let me break to sports. Manansky with sports.
Yes, thank you, Bill. What are we getting to here? Let's see. The Patriots say they're not concerned, although Drake May is on the injury report. Head coach Mike Vrabel says he doesn't have much concern about Drake May, who was listed as a limited participant in practice for the second straight day in a row Thursday. May was not seen throwing in the portions of practice that were open to the media, which is a change from his normal routine. He said after practice he'll do whatever it takes to be ready for Super Bowl 60. Ice will not be at Super Bowl 60 on Sunday, and I don't mean ice like to keep your beverage cool. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. The agency will have a presence in the San Francisco area next weekend, but officials say they have no plans to be at Levi's Stadium on Sunday. ICE will also not enforce any immigration policy in any NFL-sponsored events across the Bay Area over the next several days. I find that to be an odd announcement to make.
Yeah, like all you immigrants, you feel okay. You can come out and enjoy the festivities. We're not gonna grab you. You got your butt. Don't stick around. Monday morning, we're back to grabbing.
Bill, we have a count on the number of chicken wings that are expected to be eaten on Super Bowl Sunday. It's the annual chicken wing report. It comes from the National Chicken Council. They project Americans will eat 1.48 billion chicken wings during Super Bowl 60.
How do they get to that number? I guess
that's a great question.
Got to be on
know.
Sales, based on sales, right?
Yeah.
And chicken wings are not cheap.
No, they aren't.
Not right now.
The Giants still searching for a new offensive coordinator. The G-Men have requested interviews with Colts offensive coordinator Jim Bob Cooter and quarterbacks coach Alex Tanney. The Knicks looking to remain hot. They aim to extend their winning streak when they host the Portland Trailblazers at MSG tonight. The Nets lose again. They fell 107-103 in Denver against the Nuggets. Coming up this weekend, the Adirondack Bank Center will host the Utica Pioneers men's team against St. John Fisher tonight. Then the Pioneers hit the road to play at St. John Fisher tomorrow. And then tomorrow at the Adirondack Bank Center, of course, the big raffle drawing for the $75,000 or the Corvette.
Yeah. And the Nexus Center will be all packed with the home show going on there. And they're giving away a $25,000 home improvement giveaway. So
Wow.
the giving is big. Couple of are you done?
Yes.
Couple of quickies to get in here. There's a story up on our website here, WIBX950.com, about the dish chicken riggies and how it is heating up in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's a hit in Philly. It's like going wild. People are going nuts over the dish. In fact, PhillyMag.com is where the story came from, and they talk about Utica Rome and the Citron Riggy Fest, all of how big chicken riggies are. And there's a restaurant there in Philadelphia, and it's owned by a guy from here who serves chicken riggies. Doesn't go big. It's chicken riggies. It doesn't call it anything crazy. Doesn't mess with the recipe. It's authentic chicken riggies. Great story, and the people of Philadelphia love it. And that story's up on our
That's cool.
On our website. Very cool. Also, did you know last year, January 30th, 2025 is 13025. That is a Syracuse zip code. They missed out on it last year. They could have had a party. Today is 13026. That is the zip code of anybody? Aurora, New York.
I did not know that.
Is 13026. And then 13126 is Oswego.
No kidding.
And they aren't screwing around. They're having a huge party tomorrow. It's a day-long event featuring more than 45 Oswego businesses and organizations. They're all filled with snow right now up there. Participating locations will offer in-store events, promotions, sales. The bars are open, shopping, dining. It is a huge day. They're calling it 13126 Day tomorrow. And it's a once-in-a-lifetime situation for those people in Oswego.
That's cool.
All right.
People being creative.
Yeah. You got to try to make a little money when you can make it. And give us an excuse for a party.
Yes,
We'll
that's
run
what
with
it is, really.
In upstate New York, we will run with it. All right. I'm going to get into a bunch of stuff here. Coming up, the Utica University women's wrestling team will be in studio. And Stefan is going to wrestle them. Brian Haluska from Nyskoba. We're going to talk about there was a CO that was attacked in the last couple of days. Scott Hayes on the home show. And we're going to talk from Mike from Collis about your furnace. Do you have a new furnace that actually has an automatic shut-off when it comes to leaking carbon monoxide? What are some of the safety things you can do? Should you update? What about having the alarms? How many should you have? All of that stuff based on what happened in the last 2 days, the last 24 hours in New Hartford. Very, very difficult story there in New Hartford. So we'll get into all that stuff coming right up, along with Hobica's free money question of the day, which today is worth.
Sorry.
What are you eating in there?
Piece of breakfast pizza.
Oh, yeah, that's what you got down the down the street. Nice. How much today? What do you think today? $300. $300. We'll give you a chance to get in on that coming up in just a second.
I think he said he went and got 3 slices of breakfast pizza.
I think he did. Somehow it became $300. Also, your chance to win one of the raffle tickets for tomorrow night that could be worth $75,000 or a Corvette. It's a $100 raffle ticket. It's on the line here this morning. We will give it away. And even further than that, Jimmy Fallon tickets. We'll give you a chance to win there.
Yeah, he's next weekend, huh? Holy cow.
A week from tomorrow night.
Holy cow.
At the Rome Capitol Theater. Go to romecapital.com for tickets. Let me, before I break, speak with Brian Haluska. One of the things with the HALT Act and all of these reforms in the prison system that came out of Albany, without really working with prison officials and the union and trying to say, what can we do to make this better for everybody? It really has placed, corrections officers, but it's not just COs. It could be nurses and doctors who are there, other staff that are there. There was an inmate that was attacked just this week. I believe it was this week, but it certainly was announced. That actually happened on Saturday, January 24th, and Brian is on the line right now. Things don't seem to be getting better, Brian.
No, not until lawmakers realize that they made a mistake and they come back to the table and they're willing to make revisions to halt.
Yeah. And you're not seeing that right now.
No, there's not an appetite right now, but if there's no one coming to the table, I mean, we're just going to stay on this road that we're on right now, which ain't good for anybody.
No, and I think that's the other part of this is all of the terrible things that have happened in the last year in the prison system here in New York have certainly been horrific and problematic. But I really believe a lot of what's responsible for causing this is these new rules and regulations and laws that have been passed in Albany without considering. You really placed COs in a very, very tough position, and it's caused this animosity where it seems like it's something ready to explode.
Right. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Bill. The accountability, we're fine with accountability, but right now the accountability is one way towards us, not both ways.
Yeah.
The legislators have the power. They can pass legislation easily right now because of the majority and supermajority that they hold. And if you look at budgets and 30-day amendments and, what they propose, everyone's cameraed up now. Everyone's wearing body cameras. They're installing fixed cameras, right? And we're fine with that. But the accountability towards the inmates isn't there. There's a serious drug problem. The inmate on inmate violence is through the roof. They have the power to fix it, but they don't. They have an anti-law enforcement agenda.
Yeah. And you are having success though with really both Democrats and Republicans upstate. The problem lies downstate. Am I correct?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. And listen, you're seeing it in the county facilities as well, where these rules that now have to be followed place these inmates and certainly in the prisons where they are more dangerous. It places them in a position where they seem confident and knowing that there's not going to be retribution if they do something like this, and that's a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
There was a inmate altercation. Sergeant responded at Midstate here. They were both told to get in the pat first position. They were going to pat him down and separate him to different housing units. And the one just turned around, punches the sergeant right in his face, breaks his nose. He has some fractures. And now this inmate is going to he'll go SHU maximum of 15 days. Then he gets kicked out to the RRUs, which he gets 7+ hours out of cell time. He has his tablet. He can talk on the phone through his tablet to his family.
Yeah.
He gets his meals delivered to him, and he's living in a cell, which most of them prefer instead of the dorm setting. So is that really a deterrent not to do that again?
God, it's almost an incentive.
Right.
Yeah.
And to push it even further, the legislators, some of the legislators and advocacy groups sued the state because we don't have the staffing to run programs, right?
Yeah.
So now we have to run the programs for the RRUs. So the ones that are getting in trouble, they sued. So they're saying you have to give them their out of cell time. So we're short staffed to the point where the general population inmates that are doing the right thing, we got to say, hey, we can't run programs for you because you got to run for these guys.
Wow.
So, it's like backwards. Everything's backwards right now.
This is Mike this morning. One of the indirect problems with taking away any enforcement by the COs is increased bullying on weaker inmates who cannot protect themselves. Do you agree?
100%. There's no deterrent to keep them safe from each other. Like I've said it before, if someone's thinking about doing something where they might go to jail, they might want to think twice because you're not going to be safe, and it's going to be the other inmates.
Okay, Brian, we do appreciate the update. I feel like we talk about this. This is like Groundhog Day, which is Monday.
Yep.
We talk about this year in, year out, and it's the same thing, and nothing seems to change.
No, until we can flip and get some moderate legislators in there. I think, the downstate legislators, they're on that anti-law enforcement propaganda.
Yeah.
It's not going to change until they get voted out.
Okay, Brian, we appreciate it. Be safe out there. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Bill.
All right, Brian Haluska is with NYSCOBA. Quick break coming up. Are you completely protected when it comes to your furnace, your heating in your home? For God's sake, space heaters can be very dangerous during this time. Other ways that people heat their homes when something goes down. And carbon monoxide. Terrible story out of New Hartford in the last 36 hours. And certainly thoughts and prayers going out to that family. But they were found yesterday morning, rushed to the hospital, unresponsive after carbon monoxide poisoning overnight. Are you ready in your home? Do you have alarms? Do you have alarms that are working? Are they going to do the right thing if there's a problem? Do you have one on every level? What should you have? And we'll speak with Mike from Collis coming right up in a second. Stand by at WIBX.
Hurt in a car, call William Mattar, 315-444-4444.
We're your neighbors, friends, and your family. We care about our community, your business, and most important, you.
We support charities like the United Way, McMahon Ryan Child Advocacy Center. We're the members of IBW Local 43 and NECA Contractors. You don't just see our work, you live it. From the JMA Wireless Dome, hospitals, schools, and city buildings, the IBEW is part of the community.
Central New York's future is bright, and the IBEW Local 43 and NECA will continue to help light, power, and grow Central New York.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Listen closely. If your retirement funds include an IRA or 401k, this matters right now. The stock market is at an all-time high. The dollar is under pressure. Interest rates are heading down, and leading economists are warning that the global financial system is changing. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000 right now to get your free gold investment guide, valued at $49, plus your free copy of economist Ken Rogoff's book, Our Dollar, Your Problem. Investors across America are turning to gold and silver with Advantage Gold. Right now, silver is flashing a signal you can't ignore. Silver prices have been rising sharply, and history shows when silver moves, it can move fast. Learn more before this window closes. Call 800-900-8000 right now to get your free precious metals rollover kit. Find out about a tax and penalty-free rollover in 2026. Gold and silver can surge when the economy shifts, and they don't wait for permission. Consult your financial advisor before investing. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000.
The President's Day sale is on at Mattress Express. Save up to $1,350 on New York State's largest selection from New York State's largest specialty bedding retailer. Go to mattressexpressny.com.
One of America's funniest comedians is coming back to Utica. Jimmy Fallon, comedian and host of Fox Across America on WIBX, a TD host of Fox News, Saturday night, bringing an all-new hilarious show to the Rome Capitol Theater, Saturday, February 7th at 7 p.m. Tickets start at $38 and can be purchased at RomeCapital.com. A portion of the proceeds benefit real men get tested for cancer. Purchase tickets at the box office or at RomeCapital.com. Jimmy Fallon. One night, one show. Get your tickets now.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, coming up this weekend, River Valley Church in Ilion, 82nd Street in Ilion, is doing a drop-off for shoes, gently worn or new shoes, to help the homeless. These will be sent overseas, and all proceeds support RVC's outreach program for the homeless. They, in the cold tomorrow, they're going to have a bunch of people out there ready to, you just drive up. You don't have to even get out of your car. You pop your trunk. They'll take the shoes. It's tomorrow between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. at River Valley Church, 82nd Street in the village of Ilion. Okay, on the line right now is Mike Kowalczyk. Mike is with Collis, and as a matter of fact, used to be with Utica Boilers some time ago. Mike, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. How are you?
Good. Which I bring that up because it means you know your boilers and your furnaces, and we've seen it firsthand in our own home, and I really appreciate the fact that we now have a new furnace. Because this is really being put to the test right now, heating mechanisms throughout the region with this deep cold that we've been through for quite a while.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Carbon monoxide is just a huge factor when it comes to our heating appliances that we have in our home. And like as you said, with the weather that we've had in the last month or so, but on an average, our heating appliances, run 8 months out of the year here in Mohawk Valley. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's always something to be conscious of when it comes to the correct running of those appliances.
Now, the new furnaces, do they come with some sort of a shutoff if there's a carbon monoxide problem?
No, I mean, the new furnaces have a lot of safety switches. They have a lot of, if the vent is blocked, they will shut the system off.
Got it. Okay.
If they have pressure switches in the system, so if the units aren't operating to their full capacity, they will throw codes. They will shut things down. But no one ever wants to think that with a brand new furnace or brand new hot water boiler that's going into someone's home today, that there's a safety factor there. There's nothing, and it's not like there's just nothing more important than having your equipment serviced professionally by a company that's going to come in and check for cracks in the heat exchanger, blocked heat exchangers. There's a lot of things that can go wrong with that furnace, that boiler, and even though there are some safety switches on them today compared to what we had 30 years ago, there's still nothing like a good inspection on it and every single year.
Yeah. Now, would you recommend let's say you have a basement, first floor, second floor, would you recommend a carbon monoxide alarm on each floor? Should it be on one floor? What is the recommendation?
Yeah, we like to see carbon monoxide detectors on every level of the home. Basement, first floor. If it's a ranch, basement, first floor, second floor, where the bedrooms are, absolutely. Yeah. The carbon monoxide, as I said to our customers, carbon monoxide detectors are wonderful. You got to have them in the house. You got to make sure that they're properly installed, that they're properly up to date. A lot of people put these carbon monoxide detectors in, and all of a sudden you blink and it's, 10 years later,
right?
And the carbon dioxide detectors just aren't working correctly.
What about
working at all?
What about the system that's wired in?
Wonderful.
And do they need updates? Do you need to check them every 10 years, or how do you deal with that?
Yeah, so the ones that are hardwired in certainly are systems that, what's nice about a hardwired system is that, say it detects carbon monoxide in the basement. Well, when they're all wired in together, the second floor carbon monoxide will go off too. So that's a nice feature on some of those. And usually those are put in, through security companies. Mm-hmm. And it's our understanding that a lot of times those security companies are doing a annual check on those, just like we're doing it on the heating equipment.
Really is in the other thing that happens. I listen. It was maybe 2 years ago. We had a cold right around New Year's Day. It got very, very cold. Our furnace went, and I made the phone call to you, and you were immediately trying to set us up where we needed a portable heater, that sort of thing. That stuff you have to be very careful with. You got to make sure you're using something that should be used indoors. I mean, what are the warnings you give to people with these portable heaters?
Yeah, portable heaters can be real dangerous. These vent-free, a lot of times people talk about vent-free equipment. That's venting right into your house. That is, the electric space heaters that the space heaters we use for our customers in emergency situations, are electric space heaters. So they're designed, the ones we use, to not, to work to a certain level. But my customers know that when we're in an emergency situation, if they're leaving the house, they need to turn them off or set them on low around their water pipes.
Yep.
I mean, space heaters can be a real problem for our customers.
Even your dryer, leaving your dryer running while you leave the house.
Absolutely, the dryer.
Yeah.
People do it with their stove. It's all kinds of things when you walk into a house and you see these things. And I understand they're trying to prevent pipes from bursting and things of that nature. but you can really start to open a can of worms while doing stuff like that.
Yeah. All right. I'm assuming that if anybody wanted some sort of an inspection, that you guys are available to do that at Collis.
Absolutely. If you haven't had your furnace or boiler, your hot water heater, if you haven't had these things inspected for some time, please give us a call. It's this time of year, and the way they're not shutting off, they're running consistently. You just want to make sure they're safe and sound.
Yep. Okay, Mike. As always, we appreciate it. And whenever you see that Collis truck driving around, Mike's almost always in it. I don't know how you cover such ground, but you do.
I appreciate it, Bill. Thank you so much.
All right, Mike. Thank you. That's Mike from Collis. Good man. And Wayne, good morning. Hi, Wayne. You have a story on furnaces.
Hey, Bill, I would appreciate if you use the Casey Kasem voice when you break into me.
Okay. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's Wayne with a long-distance dedication. It's not very good, but it's the best I can do.
It's good enough. A lady that I do some work for turned around and had a problem where her heat shut down automatically like that. She called it wasn't Collis, it was somebody. She called them and they came over. They charged her $395 to take the snow away from the pipe and to kick it back on.
Yeah, listen, I know that's rough.
$395, and she's like an older lady. She's like 80. Yeah.
It's a shame she didn't have a neighbor that could. But I got to tell you, I've had it happen with our dryer where then the dryer will kick off. It's a gas dryer. It'll kick off and won't work because the vent got blocked. So there I am trying to manage myself, walking around through the snow in my house last night, making sure the furnaces in our house are the vents are clear, and they were. But man, you got to check it. You got to check it.
Yeah, it was the neighbors that were doing, because the driveways are narrow over there, and they were taking and throwing their snow up against her house, almost up to the bottom of her windows, and they didn't care. They were covering dryer vent, the heater vent, and everything. So now when I go over there, I make sure it's all clear.
Yeah.
But this was after the fact,
You know what you ought to do is go over there with a plow and plow right up to their property. Right into their house. Give me a break.
He who does unto you.
That's right. You're owed a little favor here. So, all right, Wayne. Good stuff. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
You do the same. That is Wayne. Crazy story, right?
It is crazy.
But and I realize, this is an awful story. But if you don't take this if we don't take this as a lesson, we're making a mistake. And I don't think you can be too. So we have the wired in smoke, heat, and carbon monoxide alarms. But I still every year buy another couple of alarms and just place them. Just because you don't. I mean, is it
better to
have too much? Yeah. You're not gonna have a problem if you have too much. You just want to make sure all of that stuff is working. Quick break. We'll do Hobica's free money question of the day and give somebody a chance at winning a really cool raffle ticket tomorrow night. You can still buy them. You can buy them today online at saveofthedayfoundation.org. It's a winner would get $75,000 or a brand new Corvette from Davidson, and part of the Save of the Day Foundation. Also, Jimmy Fallon tickets on the line coming up here. Davey, you want to do it right now? We're looking at $300. And you are looking for caller number what?
Caller number 8.
8th caller right now. Your chance.
Quit calling, Stefan.
You get a couple of chances. Caller number 8, 315-736-0186 right now.
The President's Day sale is on at Mattress Express. Save up to $1,350 on New York State's largest selection from New York State's largest specialty bedding retailer. Go to mattressexpressny.com.
Something old is new in the village of New Hartford. Introducing Handshake Antiques, now open at 66 Genesee Street, next to Giorgio's Village Cafe. Not your grandma's antique shop. Think clean, curated, and cool. From high-end furniture, vintage fashion, vinyl records, to oddities and all things eclectic. And we're always buying, so look in your attic or basement. And if if it's old, call Handshake Antiques. Plus, inventory changes weekly, so every visit is a new find. Handshake Antiques, where it never went out of style.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Is your business the best at what you do? Then you should be a Central New York's industry ace. Our industry aces are made up of the best businesses in the region, and will help you tell your story to thousands of consumers in the Mohawk Valley. With a combination of on-air and online testimonial commercials, along with targeted social media ads that are guaranteed to reach the consumers you want to be talking to. And best of all, these messages are coming directly from you. Interested in learning more? Contact Megan Powers at 315-768-9500.
Frozen pipes? That's an emergency. Call Drain Masters now, 315-363-7802. Drain Masters has a full team of professionals ready to help you right now. Homes, businesses, mobile homes, trailers, frozen pipes, or clogged drains. Drain Masters is on it. No water? Pipes freezing? Drains backing up? Call Drain Masters now, 315-363-7802. Don't wait for a burst pipe or flooding. Frozen pipes, clogged drains, Drain Masters, 315-363-7802.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
If you're not watching on YouTube, check it out. We've got some of the...
sorry for the headphones.
Young ladies from the Pioneers wrestling team coming in.
This is exciting.
No, they're going to
This
put
is
you
exciting.
in something. A chokehold.
You guys talk like
chokehold
WWE wrestling. I mean, that's not what this is. This is real wrestling. This is the authentic stuff.
I want to see Davey get body slammed.
One of the biggest growing sports. One of the biggie, and even that is illegal in regular wrestling.
Is
you
it?
can't- Yeah,
You
gotta.
can- you can slam.
I have to be responsible for bringing the person to the mat. If you put them in the air, you must bring them to the mat. Now, keep in mind, I used to coach. And I was a wrestler from when I was a kid, Pee-wee wrestling. Yes, I was horrible, but some of the horrible wrestlers are some of the best coaches, I'm going to tell you right now. Because they're the ones sitting around watching everything. Nonetheless,
so
the rules may have changed, but to my knowledge, if you bring somebody in the air, you must bring them down safely. Otherwise... if they aren't able to get back up, at least it used to be this way for, I believe, for when I was involved. If they can't continue, you forfeit the match.
Wow.
Stefan, do you want to talk? Stefan wrestled in high school. He was a big wrestler over at New Hartford.
Actually, grammar school, I wrestled with
Okay.
the ever-famous Bill Nevitz.
Okay, a lot of New Hartford names. Wrestling, a lot of New Hartford. The Vitulos, there are many. A lot of great names in wrestling around here.
Yeah, we'll find out where these young ladies come from, because was there a program for women when you were involved?
No. I remember seeing the first girls come in and wrestle at a tournament, and one of the longtime referees called me over and he's like, "Look at this. It's terrible. What is this sport coming to? They're allowing girls to wrestle. What's that boy going to feel like when she pins him?" And sure enough, she did.
She did?
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
I think it happened right while we were talking. I'm like, well, Pee-wee, name of the ref. It's like, it just happened. Did you see that? Great man. Okay, Mike in Rome. How you doing, man?
Good morning, guys. How we doing?
Sorry for all of that. Sure, Davey. There's a lot on the line here for you today.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So here we go. You have right now a chance at $300. $300 from the Hobeika Law Firm. Joseph and Andrew Hobeika at 315-724-1600 is the number. And you know the deal. You have to get your answer in within 7 seconds, okay? And
Yes, sir.
And here we go. Here's your question. Agawam, Massachusetts is known to have America's first what? Ready, go.
Is it Baptist Church?
Is it the very first Baptist church? No. It's I should have prefaced this by saying this is something we were talking about. Anybody? You want to?
No, I've got nothing.
Agawam, Massachusetts is known to have America's first what?
Zip code.
Correct.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that this morning.
Yeah, zip code. We were just talking about it, so I kind of thought. Oswego's having a blast with their zip code, which is 013126 or 103126.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow. Okay, now for the raffle ticket. This is from the Save the Day Foundation. It could be worth $75,000 or a brand new Corvette. The drawing will be tomorrow. It's a $100 ticket plus a pair of Jimmy Fallon tickets. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, all you have to do is answer this question correctly. And I'm going through the questions right now, trying to give you a good one. If you don't get this right, we are going to give it away to somebody else. All right, here's your question. 7 seconds. How many dots on a pair of dice? Ready, go.
Is it 21?
Medansky knows the answer.
It's 21, right?
No, it's 40 on a pair.
A
How
pair
many
of dice.
dots?
Oh,
you were right. If it was one die.
Did you say pair, though? I don't know if you said pair. He
did. He did. I'm talking as if I'm somebody else. He did. Yeah, he did.
Because he would have said die. He wouldn't have said dice.
For die. Die for dice. How many dots on a pair of dice? 42. Yeah. Listen, we'll give you the all-in-one food and fun card. It's a $25 gift card. Good at Aquavino, Babes, and Taylor and the Cook and all of that stuff. Stand by, Michael, and Davey's going to hook you up, okay?
All right. What about the Fallon tickets? No?
Well,
No Jimmy Fallon?
Well, those were kind of in that. You see if you can talk Davey into it. I'm sure you have charm. You probably have the charm to be able to do it. So,
Sounds good.
See what you can do.
Davey's saying no.
Davey, he's all yours. Mike and Rome. All right, in studio right now. And, okay, these are the mics, guys. You got to be right up tight on them and give me your name and where you're from and all of that. I'm going to try to get everybody on camera here if I can. I'm going to use this camera over here.
Okay.
All right, on one of those mics, really tight on it. Come right in there.
My name is Peyton Ballard.
Okay. Go ahead. Just pull it right to you. So your name is Peyton Ballard.
Yep.
And where are you from?
I'm from New Hartford, New York.
Okay. Did you wrestle for New Hartford when you were?
No, I didn't.
They didn't have it yet.
This is my first year.
Okay. This is the second year for Utica to have wrestling. Is that true? Third year. Wow, I'm behind the eight ball. Hi.
Hi, my name is Hannah Kazmierzak, and I'm from Rome, New York.
Okay. Did you wrestle in high school?
I wrestled in high school for Holland Patton.
For Holland Patton, which is a really good wrestling program.
Yes, very.
Who's the head coach? What's his name from Herkimer? Who's the head coach over there? The boys' head coach?
For Holland Patton?
Yeah, Holland Patton.
John Richard.
Yeah, Richard.
Yes.
Yeah, he's from the Valley.
Did you wrestle him when you were?
No, he was too good for me.
Yeah.
He was very good. Pull that mic a little closer. Be right up on top of it. And what's your name?
My name is Dakota House, and I'm from Oneonta, New York.
Okay. And did you down there wrestle?
No, this is my first ever season.
Okay, cool. And then over here?
Hi, I'm Carmela Kinsalmo. I'm the wrestling coach for Utica U.
Oh, you're the coach.
I am the coach.
My God, you look like one of the students.
I know. I get that a lot.
Yeah. So you must have wrestled if you're coaching.
Yes, I wrestled 1 year in Little Falls, and then I wrestled for East Stroudsburg University.
Did you wrestle for Coach Scapero, or who did you?
Coach Scarano and Coach Stever.
Okay, all right. I used to actually coach years ago junior high in Little Falls, a long time ago. All right, so how are you guys doing? Have you started the season yet? Who wants to take the lead on all of this?
I mean, we've been going
nice and tight. You got to be right on that thing. Right, touching it, literally touching it.
We've been in season since November around November, and we've been going since. We'll be done at the end of February, so we're kind of in the midst of everything right now.
So this is the first event this season you've been able to host, right? And so it's a round robin tournament?
Yes, it is. Yep.
So can you talk more about that?
So the round robin tournament we're having, it's going to be a small tournament here, but when you have a round robin, you wrestle all of the girls in your weight class. And so once you do that, girls are placed, 1 through 3rd, whatnot. But yeah, I mean, we're just going to hope for the best with this tournament, and it's going to be a small one, but hopefully it brings a crowd to Utica.
Yeah,
and
I think that
really gets the word out.
Coach, I'm going to have you pull the mic up there. What teams are involved in what colleges are coming to Utica University?
Yeah, Onondaga Community College,
Okay.
Ithaca College, Bergen Community, Springfield Tech. We had Buff State, but they ended up dropping out last night because of the weather.
Yeah. They're still getting a lot of snow out there.
Yeah. And then I feel like I'm missing something.
What are the rules? So you wrestled in boys wrestling. What are the rules? Are the rules different for women's wrestling?
Yeah, so women's wrestling, we wrestle freestyle.
Okay.
The main difference is point scoring, and there's no top bottom like in regular.
So it's a lot on your
style.
feet and obviously different than high school rules.
Yeah, it's quicker pace than
Which is
folk.
it's typical, isn't it? Freestyle in college wrestling anyway.
Yeah, so
with boys and
I mean, even
men
on the
and
high
women.
school end,
Yeah.
They're wrestling freestyle as well. College, we wrestle freestyle because that's the international style.
Yeah. All right. And how well is Utica doing? The program's 3 years old.
So I have a pretty young team right now. A lot of beginners, but I'm seeing a lot of progress since November to now. I'm really proud of these girls and how far they've come so far. And I want to say that they're, enjoying it.
Yeah.
They're learning a lot every day. So just, baby steps, and eventually one day Utica will be a powerhouse.
And but a lot of schools, colleges that you probably face are going through the same thing that Utica is going through. It's a new program for the most part. Who has the oldest women's program that you guys face? Might be you.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. We just faced Elmira the other day.
Okay.
And they've been around for a little bit.
Did you beat them?
No, but we wrestled well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're a really good team. So.
Yeah. Manansky.
I'm checking out women's wrestling colleges here in New York State. How many women on the team? And I guess we'll start there. How many?
Well,
women on
how
the
many
team?
weight classes too?
There's 10 weight classes. We have 7 girls on the team. Did you want to hear the weight classes?
Oh, sure, yeah.
I don't know.
So you're already giving up 3 forfeits to begin with.
Yeah.
So that's tough.
Oh wait, so if you don't have a competitor in a weight, you take a loss?
if you're lucky enough to have a team that also doesn't have somebody at 167, then you both would forfeit. But if not, you're forfeiting, and at least in high school it was 6 points that you give up 16 points. Is it the same in college?
Women's freestyle is 5 points for a pin / forfeit.
Okay.
4 points for a tech, 3 points for a decision.
Okay, so 5 points.
Wow.
Different than what we did. How did when you wrestled? It was you realize she's a pioneer, right? Because
literally,
that's so funny, right? I didn't even mean to do that, but you are a pioneer. And it was rare to have a female wrestle in boys wrestling, and you did that. And how was that experience? Did you get any pushback? Did you? What was the experience like?
It was a really good experience. I didn't get any pushback. I got a lot of support from my teammates. I mean, that year was just lots of learning.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get a lot of success on the mat at all, but the little things that I'm like, oh, cool, I didn't get pinned. Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Good step in the right direction.
Right. Anything else?
If anybody's going to watch you all this weekend, is it at Nexus or is it at the college?
It's at the college. It's in the Clark Athletic Center.
Okay.
Nice.
I want to talk to. What was your name again?
My name is Dakota House.
Okay. Get right up tight to the. Do they make you take your nose ring off and stuff like that when you wrestle?
Yeah. So when I first tried out for wrestling, I had.
They always made me take mine off.
Yeah. No.
Always.
It was a process at the beginning, but now it's like very quick. Take them out, put them right back in. I realized that was part of like committing to doing the sport, and I'm happy to do so for like safety reasons.
Right. For you don't want something to happen. What is it like being a first-time wrestler?
Okay, so I started relatively late, like for most people's perspective. I'm 21 years old, about to be 22. I'm in my junior year of college, and I decided to give it a shot just randomly because I wanted to get in shape. And I would say it really builds a lot of resilience because you're kind of working overtime to like really get as much knowledge in your head as possible on the sport. So you can, because you only have a limited number of seasons, at least in college wrestling. So I feel like I've learned a lot about how to work with a team and trust in myself.
Nice.
To learn.
So will you feel good enough where you'll come back and do it again next year?
Yes, I should be returning next season.
Okay. All right. Anybody else want to chat here about something, your experience? Anybody? Go ahead.
Yeah, so I started wrestling because of my brother. He was a high school wrestler, and I started with the Pee Wee program at the time. So, of course, I was wrestling guys and girls, and, of course, at the time, it didn't mean much because we were all young and just having fun.
Right.
So it was just like a
then
little
you get
fun
to junior
sport.
high, all of a sudden, it's a little different animal.
Yeah, and I mean, I wasn't able to wrestle during COVID because that was like my middle school years. So I didn't wrestle then. And I would say when I was young, I faced a lot of kind of, how do I explain it? Like a setback in wrestling because I oftentimes ended up being like the only girl in the room.
Yeah.
And so it was oftentimes like the guys were working with each other and then you'd find the girls in the corner and it was hard to get some practice in.
Yeah.
And so I really took a break at that point. And like I said, I wasn't able to compete during middle school. So then my high school team brought in a girls team. And so I decided to start that my sophomore year. I had been doing volleyball before that, but I made the switch. And honestly, I couldn't be more thankful for like what this journey has brought me. Between high school and now college, it's a great experience.
Yeah. I will tell you that wrestling gives you, to me, it's the greatest sport in the world because it's just you and the other person, right?
Yeah.
Coach, you can talk to this a little bit. And we always talk about it, whether we were wrestlers or we were coaches or whatever. It is you and there's no one else to tap out to. It's you and the other wrestler. And the character that builds is really incredible, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, you're the offense, the defense, you're everything. You don't get any breaks except for that 30-second in between two periods. But
and you have to be in such incredible shape.
It teaches you a lot of resilience, a lot of tenacity.
Yeah.
You know, you're never out of a match at all.
All right, so for people who want, I'm going to try to get this camera on because people are asking. For people who are asking how they could attend, explain what happens this weekend.
Like
you got what time, where to show.
Oh, okay. So there's no admission. It starts at 1:00. Because it's a small round robin. It's gonna go pretty quick. So it's gonna last 2 hours tops.
Okay. But it'll be fun to watch.
Yes.
Which, by the way, a 2-hour tournament, that's awesome. My daughter used to complain. She'd go to her brother's wrestling tournaments, and it would be, because your brother wrestled, you would begin at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and you might get home. And, if you got home late, that meant they did pretty well. So anything from you want to add? I don't want to leave you out of this here.
Yeah, so my wrestling experience I started this year. So, I mean, I've been injured most of the season. I hurt my shoulder, both of my shoulders technically, but I still have been wrestling. It's been an amazing journey, but I've really come to love the sport, and it really showed me that I can do a lot more things than I thought I could.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And do you all agree it does build that when you're out there and giving it everything you have, it's just you out there. Yeah. It does build characters. So, all right. Anything else you want to add? Anything you want to add? Anybody? Great stuff. Did you want to add something? Okay. The Pioneers Lady Pioneers wrestling team.
A round-robin tournament that coming up this weekend. Yeah, that's awesome. Good job.
Am I correct in saying women's wrestling is one of the fastest-growing sports in the country right now? Yes. All these schools are going with it. So
I'm seeing a bunch of scholarship opportunities now. It's like an emerging sport on the collegiate level for sure.
Anybody ever pin a boy? When you were younger.
Back when I wrestled them.
Well, especially with Pee Wee, you probably won a lot of matches and yeah, obviously bodies change and all that stuff. But wrestling is about, you got to have the brains to be able to know what you're going to do next. And after that really is the key to the sport. So, all right, pretty cool. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We appreciate it, and good luck. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
All right.
What division did you wrestle at? What weight class? Wayne Lance is guessing.
What does he say?
240 pounds.
Yeah, you piece of garbage. I was 119 when I wrestled. Boy, disgusting. No.
WIBX Utica Road, W295 From the WB Payne Insurance Studios, your news talk leader since 1925. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now the latest from Fox News.
President Trump has found the new head for the Fed. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
We should have the lowest interest rate anywhere in the world. They should be 2 points and even 3 points lower.
And now President Trump has nominated a replacement for Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, Kevin Warsh, a former Fed governor and current Stanford University business professor who last year called for regime change at the Fed. The president just posting on Truth Social, Warsh will never let you down.
Kevin Warsh is somebody that the president has known for several years. He served in a economic advisory capacity during his first term. He's now been nominated by the president to succeed Jerome Powell when his term ends in May. We all know the back and forth there, some of the frustration the president has had with Powell when it comes to interest rates.
Fox's Alexandria Hoff at the White House. The president is also suing one of his own government agencies, filing a $10 billion lawsuit against the IRS over leaks of his tax records that were made public. In the anger and protests over immigration enforcement in Minnesota, there is a call for people across America to ice out today. Skip work or school. Don't shop. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem tells Fox Democratic leaders should
change their rhetoric because it is encouraging the kind of violence that we see on their streets today.
Democrats in Congress are demanding ICE reforms, and as Fox's Bill Malugin reports from the Capitol, that could shut the government down again.
Here's what's at stake here. 78% of the federal government is going to run out of funding tonight at 11:59 p.m. The Senate is considering a package of 6 funding bills to fix that, including that DHS funding bill. But both House and Senate Democrats say they will not vote for that bill because it funds ICE and doesn't reform the agency.
Well, there's a compromise being worked out to fund everything but DHS through September and give Homeland Security just 2 weeks of funding, but that's unlikely to be approved before tonight's deadline. Israel's going to reopen a border crossing between Gaza and Egypt, closed for almost 2 years, days after recovering the last dead hostage Hamas captured in the terror attack in 2023. America's listening to Fox News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-486-9600. That's 800-486-9600.
This President's Day, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln by offering unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month. Meanwhile, Big Wireless is honoring Ben Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G coverage. What? Franklin wasn't even a president. Hang on to those Benjamins. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and save 50% off your first month. That's pound 250, Mike Rowe, to switch to an American wireless company that's truly unprecedented. Pure Talk.
An invitation to Russia from Ukraine.
Volodymyr Zelensky with a public invitation to Russian President Vladimir Putin. Meet me in my capital for peace talks. Ukrainian President Zelensky says final agreements on a plan to end the war can only be reached at a leaders' meeting. This as negotiators from Ukraine, Russia and the United States prepare to meet again this weekend. President Trump, meanwhile, says his Russian counterpart has agreed not to fire at Ukraine's main cities for a week. Hundreds of apartments in Kyiv and elsewhere have been left without power during extremely cold temperatures. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
Speaking of the president, he's putting a tighter squeeze on Cuba.
President Trump has signed an executive order that would impose a tariff on any goods from countries that sell or provide oil to Cuba. It's a move that puts pressure on Mexico to distance itself from the communist island, already under strict economic sanctions from the U.S. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum says her government had temporarily stopped oil shipments to Cuba, while adding it was a sovereign decision not made under pressure from the White House. In the wake of this month's ouster of former Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, Trump has said the Cuban government is ready to fall. Tom Rigotti, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are falling ahead of today's trading. Days before the Winter Olympics start in Italy, an American skier making a comeback. Lindsey Vonn, who won gold in 2010, is injured.
She crashed today in her final race ahead of the Olympics and injured her left knee. After treatment on the course, Vonn slowly skied to the finish line and then limped to a tent where she got medical attention and then was airlifted from the course. Her participation in the coming Olympics now in question as she is scheduled for her first race February 8th. Vonn had retired from the sport for nearly 6 years before she began to come back competing with a partial titanium implant in her knee.
That's Jared Max. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Still bitterly cold outside right now. Cloudy skies, 6 below in Herkimer and Utica, 8 below in Rome. Old Forge checking in at 15 below zero. Good morning. I'm Jeff Manaski, WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM. News time is 8:05. This news update brought to you by the new destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Several schools on delay this morning because of the bitter cold temperatures. The following on a 2-hour delay. Camden Central, Central Valley Schools, Frankfort Schuyler, Hamilton, Herkimer Boces, Herkimer Central, Holland Patton, Little Falls, Madison Oneida Boces, Mohawk Valley Christian Academy, Mount Markham, and New Hartford Central School, all on a 2-hour delay. 2-hour delay for Notre Dame High School. The elementary school is closed today. 2-hour delay in Oneida, Owen D. Young, Poland, Richfield Springs, St. John the Evangelist Nursery School, St. Francis in Herkimer, Utica Academy of Science, and Utica City Schools, all on a 2-hour delay. A 2-hour delay at VVS and West Canada Valley as well. Rome City Schools are closed today. Also closed Dolgeville is closed today. And New Hartford Presbyterian Nursery School closed today as well. That complete list on our website at WIBX950.com. Officials say it was a carbon monoxide emergency, which led to a heavy police and fire presence at a home on Deer Path Drive in New Hartford Thursday morning. Witnesses say New Hartford Police and Fire, State Police, the Oneida County Sheriff's Office, and National Grid were all on scene. Ambulances were escorted away from the scene by police. Several people were taken to area hospitals. Now, Utica police have reported that a marked Utica police unit was assisting with the carbon monoxide medical emergency and escorting the ambulances. Utica Lieutenant Mike Curley says while attempting to provide road safety measures for that ambulance, Utica police patrol car was struck as it crossed through the intersection of Genesee Street and the Parkway. Curley says the police car had its emergency lights activated when it entered the intersection. He says the collision resulted in both vehicles striking 2 other vehicles. The accident is still under investigation. Police say a Utica officer was taken to Wynn Hospital by the Utica Fire Department with complaints of pain to his head, shoulders, and hand. It was learned that his injuries, though, are not serious, and he was later released from the hospital. A new candidate announcing in the 119th Assembly District, Republican Mike Gentile, who recently ran for county legislator, announcing his intentions to run. He'll be in a Republican primary with current Deerfield Town Board member Dan Fusco. On the Democrat side, there will be a primary there as well. Utica Councilman Joe Bitar has already announced, as well as Congressman John Mannion staffer John Lippy. The 119th district currently represented by Mary Ann Buttonshaw, and she is not seeking re-election. The village of Dolgeville is under a state of emergency after a pair of water main breaks, one of them on Route 67 between Slauson and Gibson Streets. That area is closed to traffic. The second break has yet to be located. And the Oneida County Sheriff's Office identifying the victim of this week's fatal crash in Kirkland. They say 70-year-old Salvatore Nodi was driving on Bristol Road Wednesday when he lost control of his vehicle before striking a mailbox and ending up in an embankment. Nodi was pronounced dead at the scene. No other injuries were reported. Anyone who may have seen the crash is asked to contact the Oneida County Sheriff's Office. We are at 8 below in Utica, 10 below in Rome, 8 below in Rome, and 6 below in Utica. I mean, when it's that cold, does it matter? 15 below in Old Forge. Here's a look at a bitterly cold forecast.
Frigid Friday morning, cold weather advisories and warnings in place in the North Country, teens to even some 20s below zero. We're starting off below zero, recover a little bit this afternoon to 9. Partly sunny snow showers west and southwest. Limited in scope, though. Tonight, maybe even colder by a couple degrees in spots, especially the North Country, mainly cloudy. About 4 or 5 below here. Sunshine tomorrow, low teens up near 15 on Sunday. Could crack 20 by Monday. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Could crack 20 by Monday. It is 8:10. All right, from the IBEW 43 local sports desk, the Patriots say they are not concerned about the health of Drake May. Head coach Mike Vrabel says he doesn't have too much concern about May, who is listed as a limited participant on Thursday. It was the second day in a row that he was limited in practice. In fact, he was not seen throwing in the portion of the practice that was open to the media. He said after practice he'll do whatever it takes to be ready for Super Bowl 60. Americans will devour millions more chicken wings during this year's Super Bowl compared to last year. In its annual chicken wing report, the National Chicken Council projects Americans will eat 1.48 billion chicken wings, enough to stretch 27 times between Gillette Stadium in Foxborough and the Seahawks Stadium, Lumen Field in Seattle. Overall, football fans have eaten nearly 20% more wings during this year's NFL playoffs compared to last year. I don't know how they know that. Apparently, they're counting the chicken bones. The Giants still searching for an offensive coordinator. Of course, Todd Monken this week was named coach of the Browns. The G-men have requested interviews with Colts offensive coordinator Jim Bob Cooter and quarterbacks coach Alex Tanney. In other news, former Ravens strength and conditioning coach Ron Schrift has been added to John Harbaugh's staff. NBA action, the Knicks looking to stay hot. They try to extend their winning streak tonight when they host the Portland Trail Blazers. The Nets lost again, this time 107-103 in Denver. Some local hockey action. The Utica Pioneers are home tonight, hosting the front end of a home-and-home series. They take on St. John Fisher. Puck drops tonight at 7 o'clock. They're on the road tomorrow. Tomorrow, the Utica Comets are at the Adirondack Bank Center. It's a big raffle night tomorrow, in addition to their game against the Hershey Bears. Of course, on the line, $75,000 cash or a Chevy Corvette. And we'll mention, because the very nice ladies were just in studio with us, the Utica Pioneers wrestling team, the women's wrestling team, hosting a round-robin tournament this weekend. It's taking place at Mega Court at the Clark Athletic Center. It's a 1 o'clock start tomorrow. Are you going to be there? Me? Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if
you got to pull your mic towards you.
If Stefan's going to be there. But we met 3 of the team members here this morning. We wish them the best of luck. This is their first quote-unquote home event, I guess, of the season.
Tournament, at least.
The tournament, yeah.
It says they've been on, it'll be a couple of hours long, so it won't be a day-long tournament.
They've officially been away 3 times and been at a neutral location 4 times. So this is the first one on the campus of first one here in Utica. Again, the Clark Athletic Center tomorrow at 1 o'clock. What did I forget, Smitty? Syracuse basketball.
Tomorrow, 6 o'clock, taking on, is it in Syracuse or taking on Notre Dame? As you said earlier, the Jugglers.
Yes.
They should win that game. But you never know. Yeah. Stephen has a really interesting story to get to coming up. He's very angry. We'll explain that coming up in a second. I have a 50, it's not a 50-50, it's the $75,000 raffle ticket that'll be drawn tomorrow night at the Comets game, or you could choose a 2026 Corvette. The Save of the Day Foundation, only 2,000 tickets will be sold. You can purchase your tickets online or at the game, Comets game at the Adirondack Bank Center tomorrow night. Pretty cool. We have one of those tickets to give away this hour, and we will give it away. On the line right now, also, I mean, we're given our giveaway capacity this weekend is enormous. Also,
hey, there we go. Let's see. I unmuted my laptop here.
Oh, that's you.
Sorry, there we go. Yep.
Also, we're giving away, I say we're, New York Sash is giving away a $25,000 home improvement prize to somebody, and you can register at the home show. It'll be drawn to the home show this weekend. Scott Hayes from New York Sash is on the line right now. Scott, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Bill. How you doing?
Good. So you're getting ready, getting set up. This is a big one this year.
Oh, yeah. We've been here since midnight. Wow. You know, the pipe and drape is all set up, and the vendors are just starting to move in now. But it's a big weekend. We have all kinds of activities going on. Another great giveaway, since we're talking about giveaways, we have a $100 gift card that comes from Cliff's Local Market, and we're going to do it every single hour. So every single hour of the entire show, from 9 o'clock until 6 o'clock on Saturday, and then on Sunday, every hour we're going to give away a $100 gift card. And then
That's
the grand
awesome.
finale,
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, like you mentioned, my family business, New York Sash, will be giving away their $25,000 home improvement giveaway.
Now, you can sign up online for that or also at the show?
Correct. Yep,
Okay.
you can do both.
All right.
Yeah.
Tell me what to expect there. We've got all these home improvement projects. It never ends. I swear to God, it never ends, Scott. So I think we're gonna make it there this weekend to check it out. What can people expect? The variety of home improvement projects you can look for this weekend.
Well, of course, there's plenty of options when it comes to windows, siding, and bathrooms. But there's also all sorts of outdoor companies this year, whether you're looking for fencing, landscaping. Then if you need equipment for the outside, of course, with Clinton Tractor and other vendors that provide outdoor equipment. Then with your home itself, we've got a cabinet company. We've got interior remodeling, exterior remodeling. So whether you're building, buying, making some plans or some ideas, and you just want to get an idea of what you could do with your home, this is the perfect place to come. I mean, there's hundreds of companies, and many of the owners will be on site. You'll be able to meet the folks that you'd be working with. It's really a great option to come out, get out of this freezing. It is freezing.
Oh my God!
Outside.
I got to tell you,
It was freezing 40 degrees ago, Scott. It was freezing 40 degrees ago.
But now we've got the doors open here, and everybody's moving in, and it is.
I got to tell you, I have grid marks on my back. I'll explain. The police were called to our house last night as I was trying to apparently show our neighbors that you can put your bare chest or your bare back right up against the windows, even when it's this cold. And I made the mistake of using the front window. So what a show for the neighborhood. But I got to tell you, what a difference with the triple pane New York Sash windows. It is an enormous. You're not getting any frost on your windows. Let me tell you that. So
no, even with sub-zero temperatures like this, you're not going to have frost on the windows. It will make a huge impact on your heating and cooling costs. You'll be able to put those energy dollars back into your pocket, and it's just a great investment for your home, especially if you're going to be here for many years to come. It's always going to be cold this time of year.
Okay, it's tomorrow and Sunday, the home show at the Nexus Center. Check it out. And, Scott, we appreciate it. And somebody's going to win a $25,000 home improvement giveaway. Pretty cool.
Yep. Looking forward to it. Thanks, Bill.
All right, Scott. Thanks. From one Scott to, do you want me to, I can go now, right? And then I'll break. Scott in Kirkville is on the line right now. Scott, good morning.
Good morning. I tell you, I hear you have almost like an all sports hour. You had the ladies wrestlers, and you're going to have What the Puck hockey segment right after me. So stick around if you like sports.
Stick around. By the way, can I stray away from you for a moment because Stefan is really upset. What happened? Tight on that mic, Stefan. What happened to you, Stefan?
Well, I called into a local sports show here in central New York.
Which one? What did you call into?
An ESPN Syracuse sports show.
ESPN.
Yeah.
And the host, one of the hosts, was very rude to me. I wanted to talk Mets baseball, but they just wanted to talk Syracuse basketball.
Did they yell at you?
A little bit.
Yeah. Well, it's probably not your fault. It's probably their phone screener's fault, or do they not have a phone screener?
Yeah.
How many times, Davey, have we talked about this? If I'm talking about one topic and you put somebody in and they're talking about another, it screws with the flow of the show. And then Jawick on YouTube is like, what flow? Screw you, you piece of garbage. Yeah. Sorry, I'm having this conversation in my head. But you know what I mean, right? So you want to keep the flow. So that's probably what they wanted. And to have somebody go off topic, maybe that's the... But Scott in Kirkville got yelled at too, I'm told.
Yeah. Actually, Stephen Fonte, he's the Channel 9 sports anchor too, and director, and he's a big Bills fan, and they just hired the Bills coach.
Yeah,
and I didn't hear his opinion.
That's a big topic.
I was told that and once again the screener knew exactly what I was going to talk about, and he said that's good because we haven't talked about it yet this week, and it just happened, and I got ripped for it because I didn't want to talk NIL about basketball. Now, how much can you talk about basketball in a week?
God, I know.
It wasn't the day after the game. It wasn't the day before the game. It's the Thursday where it's kind of law. Today's law. They're going to play Notre Dame tomorrow. Well, you know what? You better win the game, or else you might fire the coach right after the spot. So I figured it'd be a perfect time.
Do you think Autry could be gone in mid-season?
No. Well, it's the funny thing is, if he was a football coach, yes. I mean, they do to the football coaches. They did it to Babers.
Yeah.
They did it to Scott Schaefer. They did it to Greg Robinson. And they allowed him to coach. Now, a funny thing happened last year before. But a guy that used to originally coach Gonzaga, they got him on the roll, Don Munson. He's at Long Beach State. And they fired him doing exactly, but we're going to let you coach the last 4 games of the season. They end up winning their conference tournament. And of course, they were in the tournament, so they fired a coach that actually took them to the tournament. It was the funniest thing.
Well,
but that could happen. I mean,
this is you're getting pressure. You gotta. Carmelo Anthony has got to be in somebody's ear right now. Yeah, because he cannot be happy. It's his face on camera every game. He's working his son, and this team is just not gelling. And that at this point they're young enough where you got to say this is coaching.
Yeah. No. By the way, I know that Michigan State Kathy's probably going to call him because it's a big game, Michigan State, Michigan tonight. But if you want to see a possible replacement, St. Louis is playing Dayton tonight, and this coach here was coaching Indiana State. Did real well there. Goes to St. Louis. They're now in the top 25, 19-1. Fun to watch. They average about 90 points a game. And I think it's going to be that type of coach if they do replace him. I don't know if a person's going to leave a Power 4 job to coach Syracuse. It's going to maybe something like that. Obviously, McNamara has been named. A couple of people have been named. But bottom line is that's the type of guy that probably will come in, and I like a coach like that because he's won with less talent, and we hope he's going to have more talent in the for Syracuse. And they're fun to watch. I have to have something that's entertaining too. But,
David.
And
hey Scott, what about Coach Matt Lango from Colgate?
I agree. I said that when Coach Boeheim was ready to go. And it's up to him. I mean, he's turned down jobs. I think he'd be perfect. He's another guy that, you win at Colgate, and how he did it, where he won multiple conference in a row, and that's tough at these non-pop. Usually it's when you're all seniors, you're good, you win, and then you got to rebuild. He's proven that he can win multiple titles. It's great. No, he's another one. I just don't know if he wants to. It's up to him, but if he wants to coach in the same area.
Can I quickly just talk? I got about 4 minutes. Can I quickly talk about yesterday's press conference? The Bills hiring Joe Brady. Josh Allen did a press conference yesterday. We learned Josh Allen was very upset about the firing of McDermott. He called him immediately, but at this point, it is, as he said, it is what it is. You got to move on. But he does like the move with Joe Brady, and I got to tell you, after listening yesterday and watching that press conference, I think I agree. I like the move. I like it. We'll see. It all depends on how well they do. But I would do not discount the chance that they could go to the Super Bowl next year. I think it's totally doable with Joe Brady.
The interesting part is, and Bill, I called your show about it, and this is right after the Miami game, with Buffalo came back and won at night. Is that it seemed to me with the offense, and if Allen's happy with it, so be it. But it looked like a lot of the year he was sort of reined in, especially in the first half, and all of a sudden he had to beat Josh Allen to win games. And if you go back to that New England night game where New England beat them at Buffalo, they weren't going downfield. Everything was conservative, and to both Miami games. And then all of a sudden they're down to Cincinnati in a snowstorm. They're down to the Saints. They're down to New England 21-0. And of course, they're at the Bills. Of course, the playoff game. They're down 13 to Denver, and all of a sudden it's Josh Allen time. Let them rip.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Now Dorsey was the year before that, and Dorsey was super conservative. He got fired after that playoff game in Cincinnati. So I don't know, but if Allen's happy with him, so be it. But you fired a guy that was in the playoffs, and the reason why you fired him because you didn't go to the Super Bowl. Well, you're keeping somebody on staff. I guess you thought the head coach was holding them back. I don't know. We'll see.
I think based on without throwing McDermott under the bus, I really kind of think that what he was basically saying is it's going to be a different approach, and he was basically coaching McDermott's game.
Okay. And that was McDermott's idea. Okay.
Well, I think he said it without saying it. You don't want to throw McDermott under the bus, but he's saying a completely different style is what he wants. And Josh Allen says he's on board. You're right. You can't go down 20 points in the first half and not score.
Exactly.
But on the other hand, the defense has allowed 20-plus points every single game. And how much are you expecting Josh Allen to score in these games? So the defense has really got to step it up. And I feel like the defense was too passive all season long. They let too much go, and thus, allowed these teams to get either back into games or take a big lead. So just my take.
Well, I'm a Dolphins fan, so I hope they made the wrong decision, but we'll see. The thing I laugh at, but you have a great MVP quarterback. How many times do you see that? And you got the leading rusher on the team.
Yeah, right.
And usually it's the other way around. If we don't have look at Denver. If we don't have a quarterback that or something like that, then you're probably the leading rusher. You got Josh Allen, who's one of the top quarterbacks. You usually don't have a running back that's going to have enough attempts. But we'll see. I mean, being a Buffalo fan, it's got to be very frustrating. I mean, how they lose the games in the playoffs.
Oh,
Not
my God.
just losing, but
frustrating
like
is
that.
It's about that's being a Buffalo fan is the frustration. Because it's think about it. It's been on this way forever. Quickly, Kathy is on the line. Kathy, you're on with Scott. I know you got a big game coming up here, and then I got a break. Go ahead, Kathy.
Well, everybody should check out the new Budweiser commercial, Clydesdale commercial.
Oh.
It's wonderful. And also,
right now.
Michigan State shouldn't have won that game.
No, the Rutgers
past
game. No.
Tuesday night. They were down the whole way except for and they came back the last 2 minutes. That's no way to win a game.
No, but this is the game right here. This is I assume they were overlooking that game, and we used to call that a trap game where you're looking ahead because you're playing an inferior team, Now we'll find out. It should be a great game. It's a pick-em. The over-under's 150. Michigan's one of the teams I like betting the team total over. Arizona's playing Arizona State. I've hit them a couple times in a row.
Well, I think Michigan State's going to have their third loss tonight because they just don't look well.
All right.
Well, I'll tell you something. Peacock has a lot of Big Ten games now, and I'm glad this is on Fox, but I understand there's a commercial because you can get Sirius Radio in your car, and they got a battery commercial that says that you're guaranteed 5 years of Peacock listening to your top team in the car without the battery running down.
Well, it won't be the first time that I've gone out to the car and listened to it.
No, it won't.
But I prefer the television.
Kathy, what's the Clydesdale commercial? What is it? What makes it?
It's celebrating Budweiser's 150th anniversary to go along with our 250th anniversary.
Okay.
But it's excellent. It always
do you want me to spoil it for you?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so
it brought a tear to Kathy's eyes.
It's a really cute commercial. I just watched it, no audio, but just the video of it. It's a young Clydesdale. His legs are kind of bowing as he's learning how to walk. And then there's a little chick, a little baby bird. And there's a rainstorm, and the horse covers up the bird because he's getting soaked and drenched with all the rain. And then it kind of shows them through the years, and obviously one grows up to be a giant Clydesdale, and the bird's riding on the horse's back, and ultimately it becomes an eagle. And it's the 150 and 250, and it's actually a really cute commercial.
All right, we'll see it probably
now,
during the
now the
Super
Bowl commercials, which used to be an exclusive Super Bowl Sunday thing.
Yeah.
It's more than a week before.
I know.
All right, take care.
All right, Kathy, thanks. And Scott, as always, thank you, man. Have a great weekend and win
Just
some
one
money.
quick thing. We hit our safe bet last week. We had Denver and the over in the Seattle game in a 6-point teaser. So we hit that. We have it 3 or 4 weeks. We have won, and I've already put in, and you might want to get it in now because it's not going to go down. I got Seattle team total over 24.5. But there's a lot of prop bets out there we'll talk about next week.
All right, good deal.
About it.
Super Bowl Sunday next weekend. Jimmy Fallon coming on Saturday night, Super Bowl weekend, the 7th.
Can't wait.
And tickets are available at romecapital.com. Scott, thanks, man. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys.
All right. All right, a couple of comments on YouTube. How come you don't read any comments on YouTube? They are entertaining, if nothing else.
I was laughing pretty hard at one of them a minute ago.
Is this the one where they're comparing Stefan to Louis Lent?
No.
Okay.
He said these guys sit around all day listening to radio shows, then call into them. I'm assuming they're both single.
Tony is in Myrtle Beach. He says it's 38 degrees there. Wow.
Who else said? John Wick says it's 11 below on Tibbetts Road.
Okay.
And by the way, I should mention here, 2-hour delay for Deerfield Elementary because of a water main break.
And then, hold on. Mike says Mike Hopkins would be a good choice for Syracuse. I completely agree. That would be
really
big.
Was that the guy who was said to be for a long time?
He was always the assistant, was going to be and then just kept waiting and waiting.
And then what did he go, Washington State?
Went out west, yep.
Yeah. Or Washington, not Washington State, Washington.
And then our tickets sold out for Jimmy Fallon. They are not sold out. There's still a lot of great seats left. I think he's been here several times. He is our favorite. And I got to say, I think that this will be the largest crowd, though, that he's ever had coming here.
I can't wait. He's so funny.
Keep pouring it on. Buy those tickets, and we'll see you February 7th at romecapital.com. Also, the tailgate party for the conference championship is now going to be, because of the snow last week, it was postponed. It's now Super Bowl weekend, February 8th, 11:30 a.m. till 3:30 p.m. is the time. A ton of giveaways, all the great food at Waterfront Grill in Herkimer with some great charities that get to benefit from that, including Real Men Get Tested, the Heart Run and Walk, American Heart Association, the Little Falls Hospital, Humane Society, and others, all benefiting that event coming up Super Bowl Sunday beginning at 11:30 in Herkimer at the Waterfront Grill. Manaske Does News coming right up.
Something old is new in the village of New Hartford. Introducing Handshake Antiques, now open at 66 Genesee Street, next to Giorgio's Village Cafe. Not your grandma's antique shop. Think clean, curated, and cool. From high-end furniture, vintage fashion, vinyl records, to oddities and all things eclectic. And we're always buying, so look in your attic or basement. And if it's old, call Handshake Antiques. Plus, inventory changes weekly, so every visit is a new find. Handshake Antiques, where it never went out of style.
Oh, hello. It's me, the calculator that lives inside of TaxSlayer. And let me tell you, I love numbers. 1040s, 1099s, W-2s, all of them. With TaxSlayer, anyone can file a federal return for just $22.99. You'll get 100% accuracy and your biggest possible refund guaranteed. Now those are great numbers. Need help along the way? We've got U.S.-based real human support. File by February 8th for just $22.99 and get the refund you deserve. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
In a divided world, music remains our most powerful bridge, an art form that shows us again and again that we belong to one another. Music is the one language the world already shares. It crosses borders, dissolves fear, and reminds us of our common heartbeat. In every culture, in every generation, people turn to music to celebrate, to mourn, to heal, and to hope. It gathers strangers in community and transforms audiences into one collective breath. The Denise Graves Foundation stands where history, artistry, and humanity meet, illuminating untold stories, empowering future legends, and building a world where talent rises because of potential. The world is full of brilliance. We're here to make sure it is never hidden.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, I want to bring in Joe Benson from the Utica Comets. Joe, good morning. Good morning.
Morning, Bill.
So, Comets are home tomorrow night at the Adirondack Bank Center. And am I correct in saying for season ticket holders tomorrow night, it's you get a Comets license plate frame?
Yes, I believe that is correct. And it's also the 50-50 raffle for the Save the Day, so that'll be exciting. A lot of fun things going on tomorrow night.
I don't mean to correct you, but it is not a 50-50 raffle. It is a $75,000 raffle or a car. That is...
That's right.
That's pretty wild. By the way, those are $100 tickets. They're less than $2,000, or at the very least, no more than $2,000 to be sold. All proceeds benefit Save the Day Foundation. Can you still get those tickets, Joe?
Yep, savetheday.org/raffles. I believe they're going to be sold up until the first intermission during the game tomorrow night. So fans will have a chance to buy them pretty much right up until the drawing, which will be during the second intermission. So, yeah, someone will be walking away with either a Corvette or $75,000. So, should be exciting.
What would you take, Joe?
I'd probably take the 75.
Yeah,
$75,000. I mean, these tough winters up here, Bill. I don't know how well a Corvette would do, but
I'm with you, Joe.
Yeah.
Well, you're not gonna want to run your Corvette in the wintertime. So that means you got like 5 months that you can run it.
Right.
Yeah. Plus, you got to pay taxes on the Corvette. If you win the $75,000, the taxes come out of the $75,000. You'll walk away with $56K. That's pretty good. I like it.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. $100 tickets still available. You can buy them online. Go to saveofthedayfoundation.org. All right. Anything else you want us to know, Joe, about this weekend?
We're playing Hershey, a team we don't see as much. They're, the oldest team in the AHL, so that should be a fun matchup. Coming off a good win on Sunday against Syracuse. We, considering the weather, it was actually a pretty decent crowd. Couple thousand folks came out, or maybe a little bit less than that, but it was a good crowd considering the dire conditions out there, and it was a good win against Syracuse. One of the best games I think the Comets have probably played this year. A couple fights in the game, 5 goals, so that was a fun one. Good one to good game to bounce back for us. So
I don't have the stats, but I have this feeling that Utica has Syracuse's number this year.
No, we've beat them 3 times. They beat us 7. We played them 10 times so far. So yeah, we're 3-7.
Like I said, I don't have the numbers, but all I know is the last 2 games I've seen, the Comets have dominated Syracuse. So both at home, that's good.
Right. The past 3 games we've played them at home, we've won. We've had a little bit of trouble in their barn, unfortunately. We play them two more times this year. So hopefully we can.
All right. All right. Good stuff, Joe. We'll see you tomorrow night, and go Comets.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Later, man.
That raffle ticket that is worth potentially $75,000 is a $100 ticket we will give away in the next few moments. So be ready for that. I'll tell you how we'll do it coming up. Joe Load on the line right now. Joe, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Bill. I am standing right here in the center of beautiful downtown Boonville in front of the United States Post Office here. And I just wanted to talk about Winter Carnival happening tonight. Yeah, this weekend's the snowmobile races. Tonight we're actually we're having the parade. They have like a snowmobile parade up to the fairgrounds to the track, and then they have a fireworks show. So that's tonight.
Boy, it's going to be cold this weekend.
Bill, it's so cold I'm having trouble catching my breath, to be honest with you.
It's got you all peppy.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I
Man.
came in strong, but I'm going down fast. I got to tell you, though, the races are Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 4. I'll be at the track with my buddy B-Train. He's from the Blizzard and the Moose. And we're going to be co-announcers of the race. And these sleds get up to about 100 miles an hour on the straightaways. It's going to be
wild, man.
pretty exciting. It's wild. And it's about 15 inches thick ice on the oval track, so it's pretty wild.
Holy, wow. Yeah, I don't think you have to worry now about things being, whether or not it's frozen over. Ice is very prevalent right now with this weather.
It's thick. And last night, it got down to about, I'd say 20 degrees. I had to go inside the post office. I was freezing out there.
About 20 below. Yeah.
Bill, you can't even catch your breath when it's this cold.
I know
but
Old Forge. Old Forge had 20 below. It is going to warm up into the teens tomorrow. It's going to be a heat wave. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful. Great day for racing. And come on up to Boonville. It's a short ride from Utica, and it's so nice up here. There's a lot to do. There'll be food. There'll be vendors. Our friends from Tug Life will be selling hats and T-shirts and all that good stuff. And it's going to be an awesome weekend up here in Boonville.
By my count, you got about 6 or 7 plugs in there. That was pretty good. That was a goodie. Okay.
Well, we did plug the post office a few times.
You
but
did.
The ladies here are amazing, so they take good care of you if you have any stamps or mailing needs.
All right, good stuff.
Don't make him laugh too hard. He'll never catch his breath.
Thanks, Joe. Good luck this weekend. Thank you.
Take care, Joe.
All right.
Bye-bye, now. Have a great one.
You do the same. River Hills Properties continues to grow, and Andrew, down in their southern office, their luxury office in Southwest Florida, saying, what did he say, like 40 degrees or something?
41. He was complaining it was 41.
Yeah. Well, there are places here that are getting up close to 40 below zero.
I was going to say,
way up north.
He's complaining it's 60 degrees warmer where he is than it is in Old Forge.
Think about that.
60 degrees.
They have offices here in Copenhagen, real cold in Copenhagen. River Hills Properties in Barneville, Little Falls, Utica, Newport, coming soon to the city of Rome, and, of course, the Gulf Coast of Florida. It's all about service. Never using the lockbox. There's the book, the manual for the home, and your listing agent really lowers that stress level in helping you sell your property. It's all about that. Get the price you feel you need for your home and that you sell, and it doesn't sit there for weeks upon weeks. That's the River Hills way. Nobody sells homes like River Hills Properties. And if you're in need of a new family doctor or you're even looking for a second opinion, the area's premier osteopathic medical clinic is the Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills, and they're accepting new patients right now. If you need acupuncture, Dr. Kosminski does a tremendous job. OMT, osteopathic manipulation treatment. It's like a tune-up for your body. I do it once a month. It's awesome, and I feel like it just keeps you tuned up and moving forward. Dr. Cheryl Mattern, brand new at the Falcon Clinic. She's from the Sequoia area, coming back to the area to join the Falcon Clinic with Dr. Zielinski and Dr. Shemileski. In need of a new family doctor or just a second opinion or anything else, could be acupuncture. It's the Falcon Clinic. All of it under one roof. Call 315-507-4751. As we said, they're accepting new patients right now. Now, I'm going to break. But before I do, I thought we could give somebody a chance at winning, because we're not going to leave here without giving this away. The $100 raffle ticket that you can still buy at saveofthedayfoundation.org. The $100 ticket. Oh, hold on. I've got an alarm going off here. What's it say? Oh, yes. Warm up your car.
That's funny.
I want that stinking thing toasty by the time this show's over.
If you don't start it 20 minutes before you leave, I don't think
won't
it'll be warmed up by the time you get home.
All right, so we have this ticket. It's $100, and we're going to give it away for free, and it gives you an opportunity, just like everybody else, that 1 in 2,000 chance to win $75,000 or a 2026 Chevy Corvette. Davey, what do we want to do? What calling number? Let's go large on this thing. Don't roll your eyes at me, man. What are you thinking in there?
Caller 12.
That's kind of low.
Oh, jeez.
All right, we'll take caller. What about? I mean, it is $75,000.
You mean caller 75,000?
1,000?
No way. No. I'm going to be here all day. It's not bad enough I spend time here all day.
Well, this could be worth a lot of money for somebody.
I'm not taking.
It's a $100 ticket.
No, 100.
All right. How about 18?
Oh my God. Okay.
All right. Listen. You sit in there.
No.
Eat your breakfast. You eat your breakfast pizza.
Well, we got to get a guest on.
We
got to have a line for
you. Eat your breakfast pizza from Burn Dairy.
That's all done.
And I'm going to handle this. Hi. Good morning. Your caller 1. Call back. Okay. Good morning. Your caller number 2. Try again. Good morning. You're calling number 3. Give us a call back. Good morning. You're calling number 4. We're looking for, what did we say, 18?
Yeah.
Good morning. You're calling number 5. Caller number 6. Caller number 7. Caller number 8. Good morning. Try again. Caller number 9. Caller 10.
Number 9.
Caller number 9. Caller number 11. Caller number 12. Call back. Caller number 13. We're getting close. Caller 13. Caller number 14. Call back. Caller number 15. Caller number 16. Caller number 17. The next one is it, and it is... Hi, good morning. Who's this?
It's Dave Dials.
Who is it again?
Sorry, Dave Dials.
Dave, good morning. You are caller 18.
Really?
Congratulations.
Whoa.
You.
So is there a question tied to this, or he just wins?
No, I'm not going to screw around with it. I don't have time for questions, Jeff.
We've got cars to warm up around
That's
here.
Right. Listen, I have in my hand, and by the way, we expect no commission if you win. I have in my hand maybe
speak for yourself. I always say it. News tips taken here.
Maybe a ride in the Corvette if you choose to take the Corvette. Would you take the car or the cash?
Probably the cash.
Yeah. I think so. You'll walk away in your pocket with $56,000 if you win it.
That'd be nice. I'll take you guys to lunch for sure.
All right, well, that's cool. Drawing is tomorrow night, and as we said, you can still buy them at saveofthedayfoundation.org. 100, and then it goes to a really good cause as well. But this one for you is on us, okay? So stand by. Davey is going to hook you up.
All right, thank you so much.
Awesome.
Right, don't go anywhere, Dave.
Good luck.
And good luck. I hope you win. Here's his ticket, Davey. I do have to break. And everybody calling, I'm sorry, we do have our winner. And I got a break. Coming up, we'll speak with Scott Petoniak. He's from Rome, now works out in Rochester. Big expert on the Buffalo Bills. I do want to talk a little bit about that. Plus some other stories and stuff that we can get into before we get out of here. On a very frigid, very cold, we're still below zero. It's 5 right now, 5 below. We're still 5 below zero at WIBX.
One of America's funniest comedians is coming back to Utica. Jimmy Fallon, comedian and host of Fox Across America on WIBX, a TD host of Fox News, Saturday night, bringing an all-new hilarious show to the Rome Capitol Theater, Saturday, February 7th at 7 p.m. Tickets start at $38 and can be purchased at RomeCapital.com. A portion of the proceeds benefit Real Men Get Tested for Cancer. Purchase tickets at the box office or at RomeCapital.com. Jimmy Fallon. One night, one show. Get your tickets now.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hurt in a car? Call William Attar. 315-444-4444.
The President's Day sale is on at Mattress Express. Save up to $1,350 on New York State's largest selection from New York State's largest specialty bedding retailer. Go to mattressexpressny.com.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
Hey, if you're having pain, the Good Feet Store can assist. There's now a Good Feet Store. You got your car warming up? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's freaking cold out there. Hate it. Well, you live here. You should be used to it.
24 is going to feel great.
People of all ages can expect relief from their pain with the Good Feet Store. Now, there's the Good Feet Store in New Hartford. 4630 Commercial Drive in New Hartford. It's a 3-step system. They really test your walk and see where your step is off. And it's a real thing. Hips, legs, knees, shoulders, rear end, pain in the rear end.
Well,
could be. It's the Good Feet Store. 4630 Commercial Drive in New Hartford. On the line right now is Scott Petoniak. He is Scott. Where are you now? Are you at the? Are you at? Where are you now? I'm sorry.
I'm in Arctic Rochester.
You are in Rochester. Yeah. It's chilly out there, and I was noticing today that Rochester is going to be hit really hard with it. Speaking of ice. Really hard with this business shutdown today. There are many businesses participating in, and they're just closing down. I don't know how that's going to stop ice, but that's like a nationwide
it's
protest.
Something going on here and obviously across the country. So,
but
there's a big presence here.
Big presence in Rochester, I was noticing. First of all, I want to ask. I was on my way to Buffalo last week. And I listened to the press conference all the way out. I went out for quite a while. The one that was the train wreck. I didn't think it was as bad as everybody described it, except for a couple of key things. Like there were some really bad moments from Pagula. Just your take in a nutshell on that press conference.
Yeah, it was very awkward. It was a public relations
nightmare
debacle, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. You know, you can't throw shade at the previous coach. This is just you're not understanding that a lot of people are very upset with this firing. I'm not saying it logically. You could certainly make an argument for it, but you got to understand that, and that was just being tone deaf to that.
I agree.
And then to throw a player under the bus, and and Keon Coleman, the wide receiver, throwing him under the bus. Well, if you're going to try to trade him and get some assets, you've just devalued this guy. In addition to sending a bad message to other guys on the team, like, well, the owner might throw you under the bus at some point. So it was just a mess, and that's why he wasn't part of the press conference yesterday, which was probably a good thing.
Probably was. Although I know Brady really accepted responsibility, but I thought Josh Allen made it very clear that he is a Buffalo Bill, and he's a part of the offense next year.
Yeah, I think he was in on the interviews. They interviewed 9 coaching candidates and stuff, and he obviously has a very good relationship with Joe Brady, the new coach, and has been his quarterback's coach, and then was his offensive coordinator the last 2.5 years. So, Josh loves Buffalo. Josh wants, in the worst way, with every fiber of his soul, to bring a Lombardi trophy to Buffalo. And I think it's sincere, and he certainly gives it his all. I mean, one of the revelations we had was confirmed yesterday. He had been playing since week 16 with a broken bone.
With a broken bone in his foot. Yeah.
Yeah. But and he had minor surgery, and everything should be good. He'll be ready for off-season workouts and stuff not long from now. But it's just it's an interesting hire. It's a safe hire within. But let's face it, Bill, the pressure is going to be enormous.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Enormous. It's Super Bowl or bust in the eyes and minds of Bills fans.
Yeah, I think it is. And I mean, what other team comes out and says it's basically saying it's got to be the Super Bowl? And that's what the Buffalo Bills are now saying. It's long overdue. You got Josh Allen. They seem to be wasting Josh Allen, but he seems to, on this move, he seems to have his head in the right place. And after watching yesterday, your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, he's got to be. Let's face it. He's the most important player, perhaps the most important person in the entire organization. He had to be on board with this. And as you mentioned, the big fear is that, they couldn't get over the hump. And here's a guy like, he's in the prime years of his career. He plays with such reckless abandon that, you worry about, how he's not going to have a Brady-length career, because it's just not in his nature. He runs with the ball. He gets hit a lot. It was essential that he be part of the process of choosing Sean McDermott's successor and being comfortable with that person. And he's all in, and having him gives that, a good housekeeping stamp of approval throughout the locker room. Yeah. This is the guy. Let's go get behind him.
Man, McDermott was Buffalo. Like, he was perfect blue collar Buffalo.
Yeah, he really embraced, the community. He understood what it was all about. He understood perfectly what this team means. It goes much deeper than this is just a sports team. No, this is who we are. This is this team carries the flag for us. Our community, our region, and he got it. And I thought it was really nice yesterday during the press conference. After what Pagula and Brandon Beane, the general manager, did in that, essentially throwing shade at McDermott, he embraced him. He said, I love Sean McDermott. I will always be beholden to him for giving me an opportunity to come to Buffalo. So I thought that was it took more than a week. Finally, somebody in the organization found the right tone.
It should have been a no-brainer. It should have been but I do think you get you when the owners come in, they just are different. They're always told yes. They're always told good things. They live in a different world, and a lot of times they're sheltered from reality. and it seemed that way. It was good to not have Pegula in that press conference.
Yeah, I just think, it's amazing. You have most of these billionaires, multi-billionaire owners have made their money in other things, and they've been brilliant at that. But it doesn't always transfer, Bill, to sports. And like he could be great at fracking and oil and gas wells and this and that. Well, nobody's rooting for that. They're rooting. They're investing their emotions and their hard-earned blue-collar money in this team and stuff. It's a whole different thing. They're rooting for their community and the name on the front of that jersey and stuff. So. And a lot of these guys don't get that. Really the ownership is the community.
Yeah. And then finally, quickly, if you could, wide receiver, a star. I mean, the Bills have got to be hunting for that, right?
Yeah, that's got to be number one priority. It was guys couldn't get open, and you want to take pressure off Josh, go do that. They've invested a lot in the defense. I think the defense is going to change. But yeah, that's got to be priority number one. Somehow draft, free agent, whatever. You got to make a deal while this guy's in his prime, Josh Allen.
Scott Petoniak, our Buffalo Bills expert. We appreciate it tremendously. Thank you. We'll do it again soon.
Sounds great. Thanks for having me, guys.
Stay warm out there.
You too.
All right. Thanks so much. Ricky Z and Steve Poney Mazda, the new Mazda sales event is back. Save on Mazda leases. Enjoy 1.9% APR financing on new 2025 Mazda CX-5s, 0.9% on turbo models, 2.9% on new 2025 Mazda CX-30s. See the dealership for details. As Rick always says, come on down. You're the next contestant on Let's Make Your Deal on a new Mazda, where it's always easy to do business. Steve Poney Mazda, Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Stay warm out there.
Yeah.
Make sure you have a carbon monoxide alarm.
WIBX Utica Road, W295
From the WB Insurance Studios, your news talk leader since 1925. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now the latest from Fox News.
He had called for regime change at the Fed. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, and now Kevin Warsh will lead it. President Trump posting he's nominating former Fed Governor Kevin Warsh to replace Jerome Powell as Federal Reserve Chairman when his term's up in May. And the president can't wait for Powell to go, saying he's hurt the economy, not cutting interest rates faster and more.
The president in that True Social post said that he will go down as one of the greatest Federal Reserve chairmen. He says he's right out of central casting, and he will never let you down.
That's Fox Business Network's Edward Lawrence at the White House.
Warsh has a record for being an inflation hawk. He advocated heavily for rate hikes during the housing crisis of 2008, which is opposite of what President Trump is looking for right now with his pick. But recently, he says that Warsh now says that he's evolved. His views have changed.
Former CNN anchor Don Lemon arrested
by federal agents in Los Angeles just after midnight this